All right. Hey guys, welcome back to the Underground. This is Interactive Chat Volume 90. Big 90, only 10 away from 100, baby. Woo! And this is, of course, our mostly weekly Solo Man podcast where we talk about everything: news, reviews, announcements, trailers, discussions, state of plays, PC support, everything PSVR2 related. What is up, guys? My name is AJ. So good to see you again. And man, we have a bunch of stuff to talk about today. Two pretty big new announcements that I'm looking forward to, looking pretty good. And of course, I'm going to be covering the full breakdown of the mid-year sale on PSN. We're going to go through each and every single game, give the thumbs up, thumbs down. Before we get the show started, though, want to give a shout out to a couple people. These people down here that support me on Patreon at patreon.com/PSVR Underground. Thank you guys so much for your unwavering support. There's been some pretty good action on there lately. Had some giveaways, had some first impressions videos, different reviews, and I got more coming, so stay tuned for that. And this is, of course, Interactive Chat, where I like to interact with you guys and say what is up to Twitch of the Single Player Game Cat, Blue Jew, the Underground Game Cat, Elite Name Squad in the house, Q Creator, hello, Jay the Foveated Rendered Game Cat, coming in with 90 frames per second. Scott the PSVR Game Cat for life. Well, hello there. Without Pearl is in the chat today. Meow. What is up, Bri? Johnny Rypop the Stray Cat. The sky is falling. Johnny, the sky is falling. Rypop in the chat. What is up, homie? Bitmappy, hello. A Dizzle, Sergeant Frosty, my childhood. Imzadi, good morning. So good to see each and every one of you guys. Super excited about today's show. Today's show is going to be special, y'all. What up, Game Cat, Andrew, Aaron, Reich, and Barglesoft? Super special show today. Going to be, like I said, we got two games to announce, two games with new release dates coming out. Been playing a whole bunch of stuff, a whole lot of redacted going on right now, too. That is going to be awesome to share really, really soon. But here's the thing, guys. When it comes to the mid-year PSN sale, here's a disclaimer. I haven't played every single game. No. So on this legendary interactive chat today, I'd like to introduce to you my very first special guest after 90 episodes. Let me get my Pokeball real quick. Bryan Paul, I choose you.
Pika Pika.
What
Bro,
is up, man?
I thought I had a long introduction. Jesus. I'm like, we're 17 minutes into the show. You just introduced your co-host.
Yeah, man. No, so good to see you, man. Yes, I have summoned the Game Cat Overlord himself. So this is basically just another episode of Gamescast.
Don't kid yourself. That's all the show's ever been.
It's Gamescast in reverse. Evil, what do we call it? Evil to Sax Mag.
Yeah.
Welcome to Evil to Sax Mag Live.
Why we know how to say Gamescast backwards is... Yeah.
All right. So I don't want to waste any more time because this sale is huge with a Y, like cube. And we got a couple things to get to first. So... but real quick, Bryan, being my inaugural guest for Interactive Chat, man, what is up? How are you doing? Thank you for being here. And what you been playing and up to, homie?
Well, first, I just want to say thank you for having me on the very first episode of a podcast on your channel. I know you've never done this before, right? I'm sure if you've ever done this before, I'm sure it was just practice for the official first episode. And this must be the very first official episode because I'm here. So thank you for having me on the very first episode of Interactive Chat ever. But what have I been playing? I've been playing a lot of stuff, man. You know that I enjoy Badminton VR time or Badminton Time VR a lot more than I think anybody expected. We thought that was going to be kind of a pretty basic throwaway game. Just one of those many games that only feature one sport that isn't terribly good, but it ends up being really good. So I've been having a lot of fun with Badminton Time VR.
Yes, the badminton game that you've been trying to get me to play quite a bit. Everyone's saying that you're very low. Maybe you can boost on your side a little.
I can boost it on my side, not a problem. And you tell me, check 1, check 2, check 1, check 2.
Chat, let us know if that sounds
check
a little
1,
better for you
2.
guys.
We did extensive sound tests before the show, but
apparently it failed. That's how it goes sometimes.
Dude, I also get to check in on Maestro. That game just launched, like just now, right before we started the show.
Oh,
Maestro is a thing.
Yeah.
Did you get to play it?
No, I haven't. Everyone's saying it's better. Thank you guys for letting me know. I knew y'all would have my back. No, I've been excited about this. The Maestro kind of snuck up on me, man. I don't know. Like, I know it was like available for pre-order, and I've been on top of everything lately, but dude, we are like drowning. I mean, it's the best problem to have, but we are drowning in games right now. And that's just one, like, I've all I've done is follow them on Twitter, and I'm like, I'm so behind. But yeah, what are you thinking of your first couple minutes or whatever with Maestro?
The first 10, 15, 20 minutes, whatever it is that I checked out, just to get a feel for it, see what it looked like and see how it felt, was strangely more narrative driven than I expected it to be. You get the dude standing next to you, and he's basically telling you about techniques and different things you can do. And slowly over the course of the first 15 minutes, the orchestra in front of you starts filling in, right? You start conducting the people over here and the people here and here. It has a soft look to it. I think the animation could be a little bit better. But it's fun. Like right from the get-go, I think it's fun. I didn't use hand tracking because I was just, very quick test, and I usually don't prefer hand tracking.
Yeah.
But I like the haptic feedback you get from the sense controllers. I get that, you're usually just conducting with this hand, doing these motions, and then when you want it, there are emphasis times where you use your left hand as well. And I will tell you this, AJ, and I know your chat's going to hate me for it. Your chat's very similar to my chat, so
yeah.
you can leave all your hate on without parole if you want to.
You know them very well.
Right off the bat, I enjoy this more than drums rock and smash drums. I just think it's more fun to be, doing this, and you get really into it, and the music's pretty good, and I don't know, I was getting really into it, even though I only played for just first couple chapters. Very, very quick introduction to it.
Well, that's huge because you're usually not a big rhythm game guy, and
Beat Saber. Oh, we weren't supposed to bring up Beat Saber. I'm so sorry.
Ixnay on the Eat Saber Bay.
I didn't mean it, man. I didn't mean it. I apologize. We're not supposed to talk about drugs and sex or Beat Saber.
Oh, you just broke all of my rules. No, just kidding.
Dude, you guys have no idea. There's like an NDA you have to sign to come on the show. It's like 14 pages long. AJ is a control freak.
It's a very, very strict professional environment I run here. Well, that's really interesting. There has been a lot of hype surrounding Maestro, and it's interesting because it's much more of like a novelty idea, right? Like conducting an orchestra versus just like, hey, smash some drums or slice some blocks with lightsabers, and so that's interesting. So does it seem does it seem good in like terms of like rhythm game, like fun rhythm game, or is it more like simulator, or is it very gamified?
It feels very gamified. It feels like it's closer to a synthesizer, it's closer to a Beat Saber than like a smash drums or a drums rock. Right? It's because just these kind of elaborate hand motions, and I don't know, there's something really fun about that I like in VR. But like I said, I've only done the first few chapters, so I'm really, really interested in seeing how difficult it gets. Because when you saw videos for Trombone Champ, you're like, oh, this is a novelty. Then you play it and you're like, oh no, this is actually kind of a serious rhythm game. There's a lot of serious stuff going on here. It gets really, really difficult. And so I'm wondering where the difficulty comes from in Maestro and what other stuff they're going to have me doing with my hands while I'm conducting the orchestra. So I kind of can't wait to see where it goes next, man. I wasn't looking forward to playing, and now I'm looking forward to playing more.
Wow. Well, that's awesome that we potentially finally found a rhythm game for you, because I don't know. I don't know if anyone told
Don't say
you,
finally.
but
Don't
it's
say
kind of
finally.
been difficult.
Audica was amazing. Okay.
Do you remember your first impressions of Audica?
I do. I wasn't a fan. But I ended up loving it, and it ended up being one of my favorite rhythm games. And Pistol Whip is the same thing. I didn't fall in love with that very quickly, and then eventually I was like, this is great. Synth Riders took me a while to get into. For some reason, Maestro is scratching the same itch that Beat Saber does. Right from the get-go, you're like, oh yeah, this feels good. I'm down with this. Okay, cool.
Nice. Yeah, and it's interesting that you pointed out that it has really good haptics, because I was actually really excited to try the hand tracking, and I like Johnny Ripop's idea of using a chopstick. I was like, oh yeah, I've got tons of chopsticks. I could totally use that and like just makeshift little what the hell's that thing called?
Sushi? Like you're talking about the baton?
Yeah,
The baton?
yeah. But if I'm gonna be missing out on some haptics, man, I don't know. So, well, I'm really, really looking forward to that. And Awesome Tatum says, so since Without Parole is AJ's show, this is Brian's show, right? Yes, that is correct. Brian gets to basically do all the things that I usually do to him on his show. He has the full ability to do now on mine.
Cool. Well, then I'm just going to ignore you like you ignore me on my show, and I'm going to play some Mega Man over here. Don't mind me.
What Mega Man you played?
Power Battle.
Oh man.
Or Power Battle 2.
Those are awesome, man. That is so cool. Well, hell yeah. Well, thanks for sharing the first impressions with that. Definitely looking forward to checking that out. Like, that's not one that I was like super excited about, but I was like, yeah, it's a cool idea. But a lot of people seem to be pretty excited about it. So I'm like, maybe this is a bigger deal than I was kind of expecting. So yeah, I'll be interested. And I like most rhythm games, not all of them, but I do like most of them. So I'll be interested in checking it out. But yeah, man, I finished Alice in Wonderland. I finished Escaping Wonderland last night, and
did you escape? Spoilers?
Maybe, but escape where to though? That's the question. Oh. No, don't buy into that.
No. You ended up in Neverland. No, somebody get me out of here.
So overall, it took me somewhere between I think 3 to 4 hours to beat, and I enjoyed it a lot. This game basically did everything that I disliked about Down the Rabbit Hole. They basically improved upon. They made it more fun, more interesting, like better VR mechanics. There's a mix of first person and third person stuff. And yeah, you're like crawling around or whatever. And but there's the thing that I really liked about this was the addition of some like first person mechanics and little mini games. There's a lot of little just, they're not like super deep or anything, but they're like just fun for a minute and then you move on. And I kind of just, that really helped the pacing for me, because like there was a couple times where I was like, is this going to start falling apart at some point? And it doesn't. It pretty much right as it seems like it may be slowing down or whatever, it kind of picks back up again and gets exciting and engaging again. And and there's some pretty trippy stuff in there too, as you would hope for in an Alice in Wonderland inspired game,
Sorry, I got distracted because Bearded Power 666 in the chat says the Alice game on C64 is the most trippy game I've ever played. So I'm currently watching a playthrough of Alice on C64. I don't think I ever played this one, but it looks really good.
Oh. Yeah, I never even heard of that. I didn't have a C64 though. I started with NES, was like my first console, pretty much. Yeah. But yes, I really liked it. I want to give it an 8 out of 10 so bad, but I'm not 100% sure just yet where I'm kind of settling on it. The cool thing is it has like multiple choices in the story, and like I feel like I took a risk picking a bunch of stuff. And while I thought it was cool, the result that I got, it was like, well, I don't relate to this at all because I didn't actually choose like something relatable enough. It worked sometimes and sometimes didn't. So I'll be interested to see, like, it does seem to change elements of the story when you deciding on different things that you pick. So that was pretty interesting. But But yeah, $20. I think it's I'd give it 1 thumbs up. I think it's good for the $20.
Out of how many?
Just one out of just
one out of one thumb up?
one out of one.
Okay.
It's better than no thumbs up. I'd give it a thumbs up, and I would recommend it. Or at least on sale. I think at the very least, I think on sale it's a must-have. And I think at $20, it's a great price for it. I like, we've always talked about that being like the sweet spot for like the indie game price. A little on the short side, so I know a couple people like aren't going to be crazy about that, but I don't know. If you need something to get away from shooting and killing and zombies and whatever, then it's something. It's really refreshing. It's really creative and innovative, and I really like that about it. And like I said, it's like they took the down the rabbit hole and they just improved upon everything and made this. So pretty good stuff.
Good. I'm really curious to see where the story goes because I didn't care that much about the story in the first game, Down the Rabbit Hole.
I don't even remember that.
And so far, this kind of feels like the same thing. It's like you start off falling down the hole and like, all right, now we've got to get out. It's like, oh, that is interesting. So I mean, it sounds like from what you're saying, if I'm interpreting what you're saying correctly, the story gets good, memorable.
It's pretty good. It's definitely, they put some thought into it, and put some thought and heart into it, and creativity, and that's what I like to see. It's definitely more meaningful story, characters, things like that, than the first one. That's for sure. Because it started off kind of cool, and then it kind of just petered out and got boring, and there was one part that I really liked, but that was it. Like there were several moments in this game where I was like, yeah, I really like this, and it's not that difficult, which is good for people like me that are terrible at puzzle games. But
you're evolving, AJ. You used to hate puzzle games, but now you just admit that you're bad at them, which is I think a great step in the AJ lore that we're all learning about.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I'm going to be blasting through that tonight. My badminton review comes out tonight, and then we got PSVR this week tomorrow. But I want to get through all of Escaping Wonderland tonight, so that can be the review I focus on over the weekend. So I'll be looking forward to catching up with you on Monday to see if our views align.
Yeah, for sure. Jason Parker with the $4.99 donation. Thank you so much, homie. He says, I'm in heaven. Brian, on the underground, this is his show, surely. This is true, Brian. This is completely Brian's show now. That's the rule. When you're the guest, it's actually your show. So we'll do whatever the hell Brian wants to, and he's going to be monitoring the chat. He's on chat duty. He needs to ignore me and interact with you guys.
I mean, Andrew Ehrenreich says I should derail the show and just talk about retro games, and I'm always down for that.
As much as I'd love that, I would like to stay on topic a little bit because we got a lot to get through.
All right.
But so I just got through this game. There's another Redacted that I've been playing that I need to get back to. But before I could even get back to that one, we got some new review keys in. And this is for a game that just got finally a release date. A game, Brian, that we first talked about in 2019 when it launched its Kickstarter. Cyan World's developers of Myst and Riven, Firmament. Finally,
I was hoping it was fully a Dear Father.
Oh gosh, is that what you were thinking?
We've been talking about that since 2019.
Firmament is officially coming to PSVR2 July 2nd. Only it's right around the corner, Brian. Is that what we used to say? It's right around the corner.
It's mere minutes away.
Minutes away.
Yeah, it's a lot of minutes. We're into quadruple digits, but it's mere minutes away.
I haven't checked to see how many days till Halloween. I need to do that too.
I follow someone on Twitter that the only thing their account does is post how many more days till Halloween every single day. If I don't follow you on Twitter, it's because this is more important to me. I'm sorry.
That is true. Can't wait for Halloween. I have a feeling it'll be a good one.
3 more days till Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. 3 more days till Halloween. Silver Shamrock. You're never having a guest on your show again, or at least not me.
No, you're invited forever. But what is that from? I know what that's from a horror movie.
Oh, come on.
I know it's a horror movie. Is it?
I don't even want to tell you. I just want to torture you.
Is it actually Halloween?
Or is it chat knows?
Is it Chucky?
No, it is Halloween.
Okay.
Which Halloween, AJ? Which Halloween?
I don't fucking know. I'm not a big fan of the Halloween movies, to be honest.
What?
Yep. I like Alien and
Friendship over.
I like Alien.
I love Alien.
And Exorcist.
Halloween was my first introduction to the slasher genre. I had no idea what I was getting into, and my parents gave me a Halloween 1 on VHS when I got a VCR for Christmas one year. Yes, that's how old I am. Woke up it's all I asked for Christmas. For a VCR, and my parents got me Halloween, and I thought it was some budget throwaway crappy thing they found in the dollar bin or something. It turned out to be terrifying. I love Michael Myers.
So Firmament has mostly positive reviews on Steam. This is for the flat version. It's got recent reviews are more mixed. I've heard a couple things. I know there's a couple VR channels out there that actually go to bat for this game. But the biggest critique I heard way back in the day was that it didn't feel like it had really good like VR implementation, like the flat screen game people seem to like okay enough, but the VR had issues. So I'll probably jump into this tonight and start on this or Redacted very, very soon and get going. But you looking forward to this one?
I don't think you understand how Redacted works. Yeah, I am because I think what a lot of people criticized was that there wasn't as much to do in these worlds. I could be wrong if I remember correctly. Mm-hmm. There wasn't as much to do in this game as like Abduction or Riven or Mist, that kind of thing. And honestly, I just want to be in this world. I want to be in the world of Firmament and take in all the sights and sounds. And that's why, what we've been saying for the longest time, ever since it's got announced, was they need to nail the graphics. They need to nail the environments. They need to nail like the resolution and frame rates because, and I fully expect this to run reprojected because it's so graphically intensive.
Right.
But like, that's going to be the reason to jump in, right? Like the visual splendor, to experience the world and like from the inside. I think that's half of what I'm interested in Firmament for. The other half is the story and the puzzles and all that. So I really, really hope that they nail that.
Oof. I just saw in the trailer that I'm running here that it says Mist and Abduction. I totally forgot about Abduction.
Yep.
I hope we don't have another one of those situations here. Oh, but looking forward to checking it out. And we will, of course, share thoughts on that very, very soon. But that's not the only thing that came out, Brian. This one actually really has my attention now. Crave. Something that has been kind of like not on my radar. I don't think really on anybody's radar. But this also got a release date, and it is coming July 10th to PSVR2. It's coming June 26th to Quest, and then July 10th to PSVR2. And this is from 3R Games, the studio behind, it says, the best-selling Thief Simulator VR Greenview Street. Which you played, I think, a little bit, right?
I'm losing interest by the second, AJ. I was really excited until just now.
Yeah, I thought Thief Simulator was actually okay. It was better than I thought it was going to be for like a silly game like it is. Usually those end up being like trash, and it's like if Down and Out wasn't actually that bad, it's like kind of like one of those. But anyways, described as the most realistic cave exploration in VR, the title will arrive on PSVR 2 July 10th. The game will allow you to navigate the underground. I like this, like never before, with crawling, climbing, and its unique squeezing through super tight places mechanics. Now, the thing that
what's it competing with? It's like the best cave simulation experience. What's it competing with for cave simulators?
For spelunking?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's it's not untrue.
Okay. I mean, I feel like it's competing with Cavernous Wastes on PSVR1.
Oh my gosh, deep cut. Oh
Yeah.
man, where's Aceville when you need him? He'd like to hear that name.
Cavernous Wastes was good.
Was that the one like Descent?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Yeah.
All
It had,
y'all
like, some
all y'all
roguelike-
liked it and I didn't.
I mean, listen, it was one of those games that came out exactly when you wanted it to come out, or exactly when you needed it to come out. I was so tired of so many games, and I woke up and I was just like frustrated and tired or whatever one day, and I just threw my headset on and got into Cavernous Waste and was like, oh man, the music is so soothing, and it's just so nice to explore, and everything was super high res, if I remember correctly, and it was just like it looked nice in that headset, even though it wasn't graphically like amazing or anything like that. Like ran from a technical standpoint, great. And it had these roguelite elements. Like, so every time like you went in and explored, like you were hoping to find different power-ups and different weapons and keys to get through the area. It wasn't amazing, but I liked it.
There's an extra 8-year later Cavernous Waste review. There you go, ladies and gents.
I did a Let's Play. I think that was it.
I remember that. So this game has caught my attention. First of all, the trailer looks really good. Like graphically, it looks pretty solid. Like it's got like a realism look to it. And you and I, we recently played Tunnels at PAX 2025, and like I liked it, but there was obviously limitations from being like obvious limitations of it being like a Quest game, and we were playing on a Quest. It's not a PSVR2 game. And then other things, this actually looks pretty nice in the trailer. And it's only launching at $14.99, it seems. And they're doing sort of an early access approach, is what it appears to be. They're not calling it early access because obviously PlayStation doesn't allow that, but, it sounds like they're giving for a small amount of money. They're giving, a full experience of the game, and then they plan on adding updates to it. And there's 3 modes that are going to be available at launch. There's a story mode where it's just going to be a first story chapter. It's been a long time since we've had a game that was just a chapter 1.
It's been a while.
Oh no, not here. Not here too. I can't get away from it. So it says featuring a starter map set, a second map set, expanding the story will arrive shortly after the release as first of planned free updates. So they've got free planned updates. There's tourist mode, which is a more relaxed, pressure-free experience. I think that might, I don't know. It's either going to be really cool and fun, or it's going to be like super boring really fast because there's like nothing to do.
Probably.
And then this one you might like. There's a horror mode, and this is a completely optional and standalone mode where you dive into the terrifying unknown, where your tools are your only defense against things. Brian,
I like things. Things and I get along real well.
Not for the faint of heart, it says. What's funny is that this game originally, they were like, don't worry, there's no horror mode. And then everyone's like, we want a horror mode. They're like, okay, we've added a horror mode that's optional and standalone. So yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. This game, it sounds like it's going to be like, a smaller game, obviously, with these limited 3 modes, but it seems appropriately priced, kind of, potentially with the $14 or $15 price tag. And I like the concept. I like what I'm seeing here in terms of like an immersive, claustrophobic experience. That was like one of the standouts in like Subside, was like when you're going through that cave. Like that's, whether that's your favorite level or not is irrelevant. That's one of the most memorable moments in that game, where that like really sticks with you, where you're like, holy crap. So some people, it'll be interesting. I mean, we're very desensitized to like intense and stuff and horror and action, but not everybody's the same. Like some people, like it only takes a little to push them over the edge. So, yeah, how you feeling about this one?
I don't think I'm desensitized at all. Like I think that's the reason I still love horror in VR is because even the small stuff still gets me all the time. Cosmo Dread is one of the scariest things that I can play, and that's not that scary, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I mean, listen, I when this first got revealed, looking at the thumbnail and looking at the name of the game and reading through the description when it was first revealed, at least, I think it was really easy to go, this could be shovelware. This might be nothing, right? But I think when you start watching the trailer and really, picturing yourself inside these caves in VR, and it better run at 90 native, dude. Like we're talking about no draw distance and no nothing. It's just all enclosed. It better be the sharpest looking, or it better be 120 native. Like this is not going to be taxing the engine at all.
That's a good point.
But so but when you start looking at the trailer and you start seeing that you're crawling around, it's all about getting lost and using your own chalk and your own tools to mark up the cave walls. Because you know me, man, I've got no sense of direction, right? And so when a whole game is about finding your way somewhere, that sounds miserable to me. But this really does remind me, and I swear that I'm not trying to derail the conversation and talk about retro games, but there was a series on the Nintendo DS called Etrian Odyssey, where most of the game, it was this first-person RPG, and you had to make the map yourself. Like, that was sort of the appeal of it. And so, you're drawing things on the map and marking things, and it didn't do it for you. And there's something about that I really like. And it's like, okay, if I was really in this cave in real life, how would I get out, right? Because I get turned around easy. I would end up backtracking on myself. Even when we played tunnels at PAX, somehow I turned myself around and
I was thinking about that. I I was like, didn't that happen at PAX? Where you literally have a straight path.
Yep. Somehow I turned around because there was a monster and I shone my flashlight on it. And then I was like, wait, which way was I heading? Oh no, it's all over. And so if I had chalk in my hand like you do in Crave and just be like, constantly drawing arrows going this way, this is the way I'm heading. I think that's really cool. It's something that really hasn't been done in VR before, and I think it's the perfect medium for this kind of experience.
Yeah. So it sounded like you mentioned it, but you don't have a map. You have chalk, right? In this.
As far as I know.
Yes. Yeah, no, you do. It says that. You create your own navigation trail using chalk marking. So yeah, you have to draw with chalk and go. So that is kind of interesting.
Did you play Organ Quarter, AJ? We never talked about Organ Quarter, I don't think.
I played like the first hour of it, I think.
Right, very Silent Hill like, but you pull the map out and then you've got all these different markers that you can mark up the map with, and it's like this is the same kind of thing. This is stuff that works really well in VR that I don't think works all that well on the flat screen. So I like when developers go, hey, what can we do specific to VR? What can make this more exciting? It doesn't have to be the biggest budget single A or triple A game, but like, how do we offer these people an experience that they just kind of can't get anywhere else? And so, I don't have the most faith in 3R games because of Thief Simulator. It was kind of super janky, but this seems more of a manageable tool or task for them. This seems like something that maybe they can pull off. So I'm not super hopeful. I'm not super optimistic, but I am hopeful.
I feel pretty optimistic about this one because it is a very simple concept, and it seems like if you have a clear vision for it, it's easy to execute. And like I said, I think the biggest thing about this is like it's going to be obviously light on content, but it's going to be priced less, so that's fine. But it does say like let's see, non-repetitive and highly irregular underground layouts. It says forget square corridors with cave.png textures. We're doing the real thing. That comes from the game director over at 3R Games, Peter Cermax. Realistic environments they're going for, detailed terrain textures. Let's see.
Are you reading bullet points again?
I am reading the famous bullet points. Breath management. Master your breathing to squeeze through impossibly tight spaces. And then it mentions to avoid drowning while cave diving. And that says dropping with first free update after release. So there's an update already going to happen right after it releases too. And that's going to include water where you can drown. Oh, this is going to be brutal for some people.
The second you said manage your breathing, immediately it all came and it all hit me, and I was like, oh man, they are going to go full force with the claustrophobia aspect of this. And suddenly I got real comfortable. Like I like just now when you said it, I like took a breath and was like, oh, this is going to stress me out big time, because that level and subside that you were talking about earlier, that stressed me out big time too.
Yeah.
Right. And so you have to manage your breathing in this to get through tight areas.
Tight
so
areas,
you have to
yeah.
suck it in.
I don't know how that's gonna work. I mean, yeah, will you press a button or how's it gonna tell?
I mean, the midnight walk had you pull L2 to close your eyes if you wanted to. So I mean, maybe pull L2 to breathe.
And then there's barriers to break through. But yeah, this is I'm actually pretty impressed by what I'm seeing here. Like I said, it looks kind of early access-ish, but it looks pretty cool. So I'm excited to check it out. That is coming July 10th. And yeah, hopefully we'll get some review keys for that soon. But yeah, Firmament and Crave seem to be the first games of July coming so far, at least officially announced. I don't know if there's anything else announced yet, but
for July,
yeah.
Yeah, so over on the Without Parole Discord, we have all sorts of stuff.
Links in the description somewhere, I think, or it's supposed to be.
There you go. Yeah, if you ever want to know what's coming up, we do our best or I do my best to keep up with all the release dates that get announced practically on a daily basis, and keep them all organized in a release calendar that we have on Discord. So a lot of stuff coming up. Nothing crazy. What's that space drop game that looks a lot like Vertigo Home? That game's coming out in early July, and then there's this Abyss game that looks like total shovelware that's coming out in early July. But there's stuff happening.
Oh, that thing like Vertigo Home. I need to see that because I freaking love Vertigo Home. It's not a toy.
and we do have review keys for that. We've had review keys for Space Drop for like a month.
What?
Yeah. Oh, we don't? Or you don't?
I might not.
No. You told me to stop. You told me to stop giving you keys for terrible games, and I was like, this qualifies.
It's not a toy.
I haven't played Space Drop yet. It just looks terrible. So I'm really hoping that it's not. I hope it has some kind of addictive quality like Vertigo Home did.
Okay, before we get into the big kahuna, I've been doing a terrible job at looking at the chat here. It's a lot easier when Brian's running the show and I can just look at your comments. Chrome Colossus.
I'm watching them. They all want me to talk about Etrian Odyssey on the DS. I'll fill you in.
maybe Awesome Tatum does. I don't believe anyone else. What up, Metal Game Cat Solid Fritz? Good to see you, homie. Chrome to the Dome Colossus. Got excited by your Oregon Quarter shout out. He must just really like sticking his head in TV buttholes. Demonic TV buttholes.
That was a butthole?
That's what I called it. I don't know what the hell it was. It looked like a TV with a butthole. And you stick your head in it to save. That has got to be... I mean, look, I didn't like that game very much, but that has got to be one of the...
You didn't like Oregon Quarter?
No. I didn't... It was... I don't want to say mean things about it because I know a lot of people like it, but I just imagine me saying mean things about it because that's how I feel about it. All right.
Weirdest show I've ever been in. You're like, we're not going to talk about this. You're just going to imagine me talking about this.
Fill in the blanks.
Fill in the blanks.
Oh, man. All right. Which brings us to the main topic. Strap in because this is going to take a minute. The mid-year sale is upon us. Behold the savings. We're going to go through each and every game on the PlayStation Store, kind of take our time a little bit until we start to feel fatigue.
I'm already losing interest in being here. Can I tap Jimmy in? Is that
Jimmy!
Where's Jimmy?
I choose you. You defeated Jimmy earlier in the tournament. That was the tournament that you were in.
I'm so sorry, Jimmy.
Okay, so let me get this off here. It is time. I'm just using the PSN thing, PS Store, which is, I know, terrible, but using the PSVR2 filter. So we're going to go through each and every one of these. And guys, feel free to give us the thumbs up, thumbs down, what you think. Make sure you put the name next to the game because it if we go too fast or something, we won't know what you're voting for. But first up, we have the Midnight Walk is 20% off. It is $31.99.
AJ, I think I didn't mention it in the review, but at the end of my review for this, I think I did say my recommended purchase price was $30 anyway, just because of the length of the game more than anything else. Not that I didn't think it was beautiful and very cool, but now I feel like the recommended purchase price is $20 until they until they fix the issues, man. Like I just don't want to reward them for like this half-assed approach they've taken to quote unquote fixing the PSVR2 version.
Did you clear your cache, Brian?
I mean, I shoved my head into my butthole. Did that do it? Is that how you do?
Well, let me tell you, Brian, I cleared the cache and it made things worse. The frame rate, how you were describing the frame rate in the beginning, after I cleared the cache, now it looks like how you described it. I was like, no way. I'm like, how is this even possible? Like, so I must say I'm on a base PS5. I think here's the thing with this one. If you're on a PS5 Pro, easy thumbs up, because it seems like a lot of people don't have issues on the PS5 Pro. I'm with you. If you're on a base PS5, I say hold off for now, which pains me because there is nothing more that I want than to recommend the Midnight Walk. But I think it'll be worth holding off just a little bit longer for them. The hand cannon issue is the biggest thing. I can honestly deal with the little bit of frame rate issue stuff. That didn't bother me because the resolution looks so much better, and just overall everything was just, I thought it was a big improvement from the launch of the game. But the hand cannon spazzing out is killing me, and there's nothing I can do about it. So I'm gonna say hold off for now, unless you're on a Pro. Then get it, because apparently the Pro doesn't have these issues unless everyone's just crazy. And
it's not perfect on the Pro. Like there is still a stutter here or there, but I mean, just nothing by comparison to what you're dealing with on the OG.
Yeah,
so
it's the section I'm in. It's rough now. What about the cannon? Have you tried the hand cannon thing at all?
Nope. For all my testing after this patch on the OG and on the Pro, I have not tried the hand cannon, so I'm trusting you on that.
Awesome Tatum, this is not a reason to get a Pro. You don't get a Pro because a game's broken. You get it to get an enhanced version of the game. That's not how this works. No. Okay, so kind of
listen. Us pro owners are an elite batch of gamers. Okay, we've leveled up, and all we can do is look down on the rest of you who haven't leveled up yet. We're up here at 21. And you guys are all down there at like 7. We're like, oh, we can barely see you. You guys look like ants from up here.
You're going to make a great PC VR gamer one day, Brian.
Bro, I'm just waiting for PSVR2 to fail so I can get back to retro gaming.
Anyways, next up, we've got Resident Evil 4 for $19.99. This gets 2 thumbs up. Resident Evil 4, $20. Should really go without saying. This is one of the best. This is one of the reasons to buy a PSVR2 is Resident Evil 4.
Yeah. And also, why don't you own it yet? Why are you watching a show about PSVR2 and not already own Resident Evil 4 yet? It's not even that scary, right? So I don't want to hear this nonsense about, oh, I don't like horror games. PSVR2 has too many horror games. No, go fuck yourself. It's a great game, great gameplay mechanics, great progression system, and it's like, and if it scares you, you're a little baby. or you're Twitcher. Love you, Twitcher. But you're wrong. Resident Evil 4 does not suck.
Yeah, it's definitely not scary compared to 7 or even Village, really. And so yeah, and I think that's why it's one of the more popular Resident Evils, is because it's a little bit more accessible to people because of that. So it's creepy. I'll give it that, Brian. If we were playing 20 questions,
it's like Neptune Flux.
It's like it's a little bit more creepy than Neptune Flux, I'd say. So yeah, 2 thumbs up for that. How about you?
4 thumbs. 4 thumbs up.
4 thumbs up.
I've got my toes up.
Yeah, hopefully you already have that. Resident Evil Village Gold Edition is $14.99. Now that doesn't give you any additional PSVR content, but the game for $15, yeah, that's another 2 thumbs up. This has been On my own personal top 20 games list on this channel, Resident Evil Village has been number one each time, right above Gran Turismo 7. I haven't been able to, Gran Turismo 7 definitely has its advantages, and they're two completely different games. But this one uses the orbs, and it was designed with VR in mind, and it shows. And yeah, this is a 2 thumbs up game.
Yeah, it's way more VRAF than RE4. I think
Yes.
RE4 might be the better game, but Village is just like a better VR experience.
Yes.
But they're both 10 out of 10s for their own reasons. So yeah, if you don't have this one, you're crazy too. Definitely a little scarier than Village. Definitely a little scarier than RE4, but still not even close to approaching RE7 or Madison territory. So I wouldn't get too worried about it.
Yeah, Village is definitely a little bit less scary as well. But had its moments, that's for sure. It was more scary honestly the second time I played through it some. Surprisingly, I think because I wasn't live streaming it, I think streaming takes away some of the, makes it a little less scary. That's why you live streamed it without, being able to hear the chat. I bet
Which
that
is a
worked.
good thing because they were all screaming, "Brian, you missed the shotgun" for about 30 minutes. And if I had the chat on, I would have known that I missed something very, very important.
Okay, next, things are getting interesting. Ghosts of Tabor is already on sale. It was originally $24.99, which is already a really good price for that game. And now it's on sale for $19.99.
I'm confused. Is the other version of this on sale as well? Like the one with the DLC?
Ooh, the Independence thing.
Yeah, because I mean, obviously, that's if you think you're going to be spending more than 30 hours in Ghosts of Tabor, you might as well get the Independence Day edition or whatever it's called.
Independence Day. I don't know if that's available anymore. Wait, let's see.
Oh,
wow, there's a lot of DLC for this. Holy shit.
Well, yeah, and that's
how they make their money, I guess.
Yeah, I don't love that part of Ghost of Tabor, but I do think Ghost of Tabor is a great game, and I mean listen, for $20, I think it was a deal for 25, and so for 20, I think it's absolutely worth rolling the dice, and if you played Into the Radius, you have some idea of the level of skill required to play this game in terms of the micromanagement of all your weapons and ammo and all of that. So if you liked Into the Radius, I would consider this.
Yeah, it's pretty hardcore and time consuming. So it's definitely like you'd pick this up and you really wouldn't have time to play anything else. I don't know. I've struggled to get back into it just because I feel like it's such a time sink. It's fun though. It's really, really fun. The only bit I've played was with you, and I had a lot of fun actually playing with you with this. On a side note, they just added difficulty levels for the PvE. That update just came out, so I don't know. Hopefully that improved the AI a little bit because they could like snipe you with an SMG from like a football field away, which was ridiculous.
Yeah, it's not perfect. It's got its issues.
But yeah, you're right though. The other editions, they come with, I think, more. I don't know what has the PvE. I think if you want co-op PvE, you need one of the DLC packs. So, but I think the meat of the game is really known for the multiplayer. So yeah, worth it for $20. I give it a thumbs up for sure.
Nice.
Alien Rogue Incursion is back on sale again. This is the deluxe edition. No, I'm sorry. No, not the deluxe edition. The regular version is $19.99 again. This is 2 big thumbs up for me. Like I said, Alien is one of my favorite franchises of all time. The first 2 movies in particular. And I really, really loved this game. And $20 is like the couldn't be a more perfect price for this game. This is like a jam-packed, this is $20, but it is like a jam-packed $20.
Yeah, 40 felt a little extensive. I want to say expensive, probably just meant to say expensive. Felt a little expensive for what you were getting in the first game, or when it first launched, because it was, it's a really repetitive game, and you're basically just trying to get to different waypoints on your map and kill a bunch of xenomorphs in the process. It's $20 is a no-brainer. It was sort of like if you'd heard all the complaints and been like, I don't know if it's going to be for me, I feel like $20 is a great price to jump in at. You don't have to worry about anything. You don't have to say, hey, because now it's like, if it does have some faults, the things that you don't like about it, you're like, oh, at least I only paid $20. Like you get it at a great deal. So yeah, definitely at least one thumbs up over here for that.
2 for me. So we got a total of 3. Yeah, the fixes, they did make improvements. The only thing about this is that they've delayed part 2. But I felt like this was, for the most part, a pretty full experience.
They delayed part 2? Like they came out and said, oh, part 2 is going to be... They never gave us a release date for part 2, did they? How did they delay it?
No, they said that they're focusing on the flat version for now, and then they're going to... They're focusing on the flat port for now, and then they're going to swing back around and work on part 2 again. All right. My guess is it didn't sell as much as they wanted to, and yeah, so that's the only thing. But I mean, it took me about 10 hours to beat, so it's a full game in my book. So it was fine, even if it's like some story cliffhanger ending kind of thing.
Yeah, that's never bothered me. Propagation Paradise Hotel for the win.
Yeah, there was a final boss, which was cool. Hitman World of Assassination Part 1. Now, let it be known that if you get this is only Hitman 1, but it's only $5.99. So maybe if you're not sure about Hitman, it's not the worst thing, but really at the end of the day, I just say buy Hitman, buy the deluxe edition when that goes on sale, and just get everything. And
it's $6. Like,
for Hitman 1.
Yeah, but it's $6 for Hitman 1. And Hitman 1, I think I actually enjoyed Hitman 1 and 2 more than I enjoyed Hitman 3. I just enjoyed the levels that they included in those. So, I mean, this is an absolute no-brainer. This is like 2 thumbs and, I don't know, like a foot.
Nice. I'll give 1 thumb up because like I said, the only reason I don't give this 2 is because I just say get
$6.
The 3 thing. It is a great value. There is no denying that this is an amazing value. And like you said, Hitman 1 is quality, man. It's got like France, and it's got some really, really good levels. Sapienza, I believe. Or is that?
Sapienza is great.
Yeah, that's Hitman 1, right?
I don't know. It all blends together.
I know. There's three massive games in one.
Yeah.
But that's awesome. Next we've got Creed Rise to Goy, Championship Edition, $15.99.
Dude, $40 was a lot for this at launch. There's just not a ton of content here. They added more content from the PSVR1 version, and I really like the new content. But it does not feel like a $40 game. It kind of feels like a $25 maybe game
at best. And 25.
So $16 is kind of perfect. But yeah, it's just, I mean, this and what was the one we keep talking about? Mutant Boxing League. These are the two you need if you're looking for stuff to get in shape in VR with. Those are the 2. So if you're even considering this, this is the right price for it.
Yeah, this is a good price for it. I'll give it a thumbs up. Most people I think bought it anyways, but yeah, it's pretty solid. Like it's not amazing or anything, but it's okay. It's a good price. Arizona Sunshine 2 is 45% off, bringing it to $21.99. Previously, it was actually originally I think $50, and then it looks like they permanently price dropped it to $40, and now it's on sale for $21.99.
Is that right? Was Arizona 2? Was it really $50 at launch?
Yes, and the deluxe edition was $60.
What?
Yeah.
What? Hold on a second. I'm literally looking at my own review right now.
Don't worry. We all had this reaction at launch.
It was $50. Oh my God. I'm looking at my own review right now. I don't even remember this. Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah. They made a bit of a stink about it too, that people didn't like that price.
The Vertigo Games made a stink about it?
Yeah. Somebody at Vertigo Games. Just one person.
Well, they figured their shit out because this is the right price.
$21.99. This is a good price. I would give this a thumbs up, actually. I'm going to give this a thumbs down. You know why? Because Arizona Sunshine Freddy's bundle, Brian, is $32.99, 45% off, which I believe includes Arizona Sunshine 1 and 2 for $32.
Taking a look, yeah, Arizona Sunshine 1 and 2. Yeah, I mean that's the way to go. I think I like some of the
Yep.
additions for Arizona Sunshine 2, but Arizona Sunshine 1 just feels more like a classic game. It feels more like memorable. And so, yeah, get them both. Get them both. 33 bucks. That's great.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm with you. I liked Arizona Sunshine Remake a lot more than 2. But 2 wasn't bad either. It had its moments. It had a little bit more of a cinematic approach to it, which was nice. Things like the train section, and there was a couple like really cool. Yeah, and any game that has like a train section, I usually it gets some extra points with me, because ever since like Siphon Filter and a couple
other AJ's autism reveal. I like trains.
I like trains.
I love it.
I do like trains.
It's just a thing. It's just a thing.
Dude, train levels are so fucking awesome in video games. I like fast moving train. So cool.
Uncharted 2.
Uncharted 2. Thank you. How could I not remember that? Jesus.
AJ, I like trains too. Just want to say that. Admit that to you right now.
Do you like toy trains?
Also, oh yes, absolutely. Thomas the Tank Engine. Me and Thomas are like this. I also want to point out that both Arizona Sunshine games are way better than Zombie Army VR.
Yes, I hard agree with that. Okay, next up we have Cube. Is let's see here. Actually, what was it? It's $22.49, but with PlayStation Plus, it's $20.99. Originally $30.
I'm gonna wait for the survival mode. Wait for the additions. There are people out there, you know, like Ryan. Ryan loves
Nihilus Ryan?
Nihilus Ryan loves just going out there and just creating stuff. I mean, look what I made. And like, listen, but if you're looking for more of a game, it does sound like the developers are interested in making it more Minecrafty, right? Giving you a reason to actually shoot the animals, giving you a reason to actually use that bow and arrow that they equip you with. And so, not that I don't think you should support the developer. This is a beautiful game, and the crafting in it's really good already, and it's really fun to get out there and just explore and mine the world. But if you're like me and you like need a game in your game, like an actual game, I feel like maybe you can wait.
Yeah, that's fair. I still give it 1 thumbs up, because I do think it is a pretty serene experience. And I've said this a million times, but you just do the tutorial stuff, or like do the tasks that it gives you, which is kind of structured just like different tasks. And you get about 20 hours of gameplay out of it, and some good exploration and discovery and little activities here and there. And then, it's mostly just about like the serene experience for me, and you get a platinum trophy once you finish the full campaign. So I was hooked to this. I really, really liked it. I want to see it drop below $20, like anywhere, like $19.99, and it's like insta buy. But $2 difference, I'm not going to make a big deal, a big stink about it. It's a good price. I'll give it 1 thumbs up. I really like it. Corey Reviews and Others gives it 2 thumbs up, says he really loves this game. It's pretty cool.
I think it's a great start. I think it's a wonderful start, and I can't wait to see where it goes. I've nothing negative to say about it.
No, I've said it a million times. You just need to be able to visit somebody else's world. I don't really care about a survival mode. By the way, Tornado is chilling up there. Look at her with her leg down.
Staring right into the camera too.
I love it. She's like, look at me, feed me and tell me I'm pretty.
You are.
But what's up, Tornado? But yeah, dude, if this game would just add the multiplayer thing, like where you can go visit other people's creations, like insta buy at $30, I would recommend it at full price. But yeah, because of the isolated experience kind of thing, whatever, it's like, yeah, sometimes it might be good, sometimes not. So 1 thumbs up from me. Let's see. Next we have the Dark Pictures Switchback VR for $20.09. Really, guys? 9 cents.
I mean, if it was $20, I'd say go for it, but it's $20.09, so it's a hard pass. Listen. If Rush of Blood was on PSVR2, I'd be like, that's just the better game. but it's not even on PSVR2, so we don't even have anything great to compare to. We don't have a ton of great, horror rail shooters or horror roller coaster games. And so, I mean, I think for $20, it's okay. It feels like it's a game that should have been $20 to begin with. So as long as you go in with the right expectations, I think you'll have fun. But it's still a meh.
I'll give it one thumbs up, a weak thumb, just because they did update it, and it looks like one of the best PSVR2 games. It is pretty stunning.
Wait, what?
It is pretty good looking graphically.
Yep, still looks good.
I think it looks really good.
Okay.
After the update, I think it looks. You might need to go back into it because you might not remember like how good it actually looks.
Did they update it multiple times? Because after they updated the resolution, like when I look down to track, it's like it stutters, man. It's like it does this. I've got the same issue walking forward in the Midnight Walk as I do riding the rails and Switchback.
You need to stop doing that in games. Every game you mention now, you're like, I look at the ground while walking and it stutters. Maybe you should just stop looking at the ground because most people don't do that while they're playing the game.
It's the way that like I know that I'm not going crazy. Like when I feel like there's a stutter and then I look down at the ground and I'm like, and I can see the tracks coming at me, right? And there's like a constant motion of the track. Well, that track stutters, and like not everybody sees it, man. So like I know that I'm literally talking to 10% of you out there who really notice these kind of frame rate hitches. So I'll shut up and stop talking about it now.
Yeah, my biggest gripe with this game is the second half of the game. I think I think the first half is great, like really, really good. Then the second half, it kind of falls off. I was disappointed that there was never like any fun, exciting roller coaster moments, which I thought was a huge too many missed opportunities with this game. But the haptics feel good. There is some fun. The horde mode, the arcade mode was actually really good. And I got a couple more hours out of it. So that kind of made up for the thing. So $20, yeah, gets a thumbs up for me. And now this is why I have summoned you and your expertise. Brian, should I get Grand Rush VR Highway Car Traffic Racing Simulator for $714 or with plus $649?
No, you should not. There's nothing
but it's so cheap
about this game.
What is it
not
like?
Even though
is it like Armageddon Riders where you like dodge stuff?
Oh my god, it is kind of like Armageddon Rider, yeah. Apocalypse Rider. It is kind of like that. It's just so boring. It's so boring.
Oh.
The crazy thing is that the developers put a lot, like they put work into making each of the cars feel different. That's the crazy part. It's like it's not just a cash grab, but it's not good either. Mm-hmm. Right? You know what I'm saying? It's like they could have just like changed the interiors of all these cars and then been like, there you go, there's your different car, but they actually feel different, and that's nuts to me. But no, there's nothing redeeming about this. It's not fun.
Armageddon Riders is a PS3 game that's kind of like an indie Burnout Paradise, small Burnout Paradise, where takes place during the zombie apocalypse, and you get like upgrades for your car, like blades on the sides. You get like a meat grinder on the front of it. You get lightsabers at one point, and you race. It's kind of like a Blur a little bit, and Burnout Paradise, but there's zombies that you like run over the entire time. So thank you for the correction, but also shout out Armageddon Riders. I love that game. Also a great soundtrack.
Oh my god! I thought you were talking about Armageddon Riders this entire time, and I was like, you're the only person ever to compare this awful VR game to Burnout Paradise in any way, shape, or form. No. But yeah, no, I actually know the game you're talking about. I forgot about that entirely.
I love that game. That's one of those hidden gems on there. I've seen a lot of like thumbs up, thumbs down for Grand Rush VR. This is the first time. This is historic night. Not only the first time you having a co-host on here. This is also the first time I've seen a giant middle finger for a game, instead of a thumbs up or thumbs down, just a giant middle finger to Grand Rush. So I
think that's fair.
That's what Distracted says. The rest are a bunch of spammed down thumbs. So, okay. I will not pick this up just to see how bad it is for myself. I will not give them any money.
Let me tell you, It's the most viewed review or Brian Bite that I've done in the last 8 months. I think it has something like 60,000 views. It's
Wow.
just like, yep. People are desperate for a racing game, AJ. This ain't the one though.
Yep. Next, this is gonna be an interesting one. Next we have Underdogs for $23.99.
Yeah, I've gotten back into this one. I actually spent some more time with it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, not a ton of time or anything, but just when I played it the first time, I was going through some stuff, and I didn't want to judge it based on like what I was going through in my personal life, and so just briefly jumped back in just to see what I thought about it, and I only did a few battles, and I was having a lot more fun with it. Unfortunately, it feels like a $20 game to me. It's just not knowing how deep it is or how long it is, just knowing like what I've seen so far, which is not a very educated take, but it just feels like a game that should be $20 to begin with. And the fact that we're not even there yet means, I don't know, man, you could wait for a bigger sale if you haven't picked it up yet. But I do think there's something really great here that I didn't see previously.
I'm with you. I do think it's pretty good. I do wish it was like, yeah, right at the $20 mark. Like I feel like it's a $20 game overall. Couple bucks more is not too bad. So I'll give it like a really weak thumbs up. I do like the mech combat. Like I do like the battling in it. But it just felt like it's so little of fighting and a lot of that day-to-day cycle roguelike picking upgrades and talking to people, and I didn't like that part about it. And the whole like underground like UK theme thing, I don't relate to it all. Like I've got my streets in Atlanta, I've got but I don't the streets across the pond are a little bit different. And it's like
it felt like they were it felt like they were trying to be badass, and it came across as trying to be badass and not actually being badass.
Yes. But a lot of people do like this game, so I'm gonna give it like a very, very weak thumbs up. I do hope I get some time at some point to get back to it though.
Yeah.
All right. Next we've got
2 thumbs up.
Madison VR. Madison VR is $24.49, 30% off. You give it 2 thumbs up? Oops.
Dude. Everyone talks about the horror in Madison VR, but man, I loved the story. I loved the fact that I felt like I had to take care of this kid. That like I was really concerned about his safety. I thought the puzzles were really well done. You can say what you want about the inventory management and some of the interactions. Yeah, they didn't do an amazing job VRifying this thing, but they did VRify it pretty damn well. And it's terrifying. And it's optimized for PSVR2. Like you don't see that every single game that you play. These amazing photorealistic environments, and it's just great, man. So yes, amazing game, and this is a great price for it.
We have got a donation from Sal. Thank you so much, my friend. Says, let's go. Finally, Friday. It is.
Wait, do I get a day?
I guess so. I guess
I finally have a day. It's all mine. I'm ordering pizza.
Oh, pizza sounds so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, dude, honestly, like we typically try to find the best deals on the sales. So like this isn't necessarily like because it's the cheapest it's ever going to be or the best, lowest price of all time. But dude, it's one of the best games I think I've like ever played. And even with all the flaws and the little issues, like you said, the stuff like the story, which you wouldn't expect from a game, let alone a horror game, that's like really good. So yeah, I'm with you. I'm gonna give this 2 thumbs up actually with you. So this is another 4 thumbs up.
It's selfishly, the rumors are is that there's a Madison sequel in development, and like I want this to do so well that Perp has no choice but to say, hey, we're gonna bring a VR version of this one out too. I need that's why it's selfish, but I mean, but it's also for all you guys too who love horror games and really love these amazingly polished experiences. The more of these we can get on the platform, the better.
Yeah. Les Mills XR Body Combat for $20.09, 33% off.
I didn't even know there were 2 of these.
Well, it's One's a
okay.
one's
I see. Yeah,
a
that's
DLC.
one's DLC.
Yeah, Power Strike.
Okay. I don't know. Rypop's in the chat, I think. I don't. There's so many of these that I'll just sort of run together for me. I tried to start up Les Mills, and it wouldn't put me in the right place. And so I haven't tried it since launch. So I need to go back and try it. He's in the chat. Rypop says Les Mills and its DLC is a great pickup for a workout app. It's got my seal of approval. I'm gonna bow to Rypop on this one.
I have wanted to give this a second chance because the first time I played it was a Saturday Night Live stream near launch, and I completely trashed it. But Rypop told me a very important thing, and that is turn off the video people, the hologram and the voiceover of people like talking to you. And he says that makes it much better, which I could definitely see. Because that was something that really bothered me. Was like, I was like, I don't know. I just tend to get better. I just tend to have more fun with actual games that are like, you know, very physical, like Mutant Boxing League. I love the training session for that. But yeah, I mean, these are seemingly pretty effective for like, you know, good cardio, things like that. And so not as a game, but as a workout, it could be something. I'm going to still say no, though, because it hasn't proven itself to me, but I need to revisit it and give it another chance. All right, moving on. We've got Shaven Stuff. This is an easy no. I don't care what the price is. Avoid this game altogether.
Yeah, I'm sort of with you, man. I thought the concept was kind of fun, but I played it for an hour and I was bored after 20 minutes. Like, that's not a good sign.
Yeah. Oh, I played, you know what? I didn't play this one. I played Pets and Stuff, but I
didn't play Pets and Stuff. That's not good either.
5 minutes and I was done. That's all I could stand. I was just like, no, like this is a game made for babies. Like, why are they doing this? Like, I don't understand. Like, it's like, who are you developing this game for? Right. Because it's definitely not for gamers, and it's like for people that are too young to be able to play VR anyway. So it's like, it's a bad decision. But you know, it's not a bad decision, Brian.
Paint the Town Red VR.
Paint the Town Red VR is $11.99, or with PlayStation Plus $9.99. I really like this game. I did wish I played it more, but I like the super hot mode. I like the when I first saw this, I thought it was kind of a joke. Like, I didn't care. It's like you said, sometimes we get these shovelware games, and like this is one that is easy to overlook because you see the blocky voxel art style and everything. But as far as like a melee, like hand-to-hand combat game goes, like this is actually pretty good. And then you've got the dungeon crawler beneath, which is like one of the few roguelike loops that I've actually ever enjoyed. I never like roguelikes, but I actually kind of like this one.
Does anybody call you out on your nonsense here at interactive chat? You've liked plenty of roguelites.
I don't know.
Plenty.
Do I?
Plenty. I don't know.
Returnal.
It's just more fun pretending.
Returnal and something else, maybe. That's about it.
Synapse?
Yeah, but I didn't like that for its roguelike elements.
True. I think we're all on the same page with that.
Yeah.
Would have been a much better single-player adventure. Yeah.
This also has bHaptics support if you have a bHaptics vest.
I do.
I wasn't talking to you.
In the attic. Paint the Town Red, yeah, dude. I only spent time with the roguelite section, and I really enjoyed it. But it's cool to know that there's a lot more for me to see in that mode and other modes. So I got to get back to that at some point, eventually.
The Persistence is the other roguelike I like. Thank you, Nick, who knows myself better than I do, apparently.
There it is.
But yeah, I'm going to give 2 thumbs up to this at $9.99. This is a great game for $10. Great game.
Lou's Reviews said best workout app on PSVR2. Is he referring to Les Mills? Because I would say Mutant Boxing
League. Dude, Mutant Boxing League.
Yep.
I got myself a smartwatch. And it like takes your pulse, measures all that, like gives you a lot of like bodily metric stuff. And within 15 minutes, I burned 177 calories playing Mutant Boxing League. 15 minutes, 177 calories. Mad cardio in that game.
I don't believe it for a second.
What? What do you mean?
I don't believe it. I don't believe it. The readings are wrong.
No, I have. Oh, the readings are wrong. I was gonna say I have the readings saved. No, I feel like it was legit because I was sweating and I was out of breath and I was like, dude, I was so sore the next day. These boxing VR games, oh my god, you will hurt in muscles you didn't know you had.
Yeah.
Let's see. I don't know if he was talking about though. If he probably was talking about Les Mills. We've also got Green Hell is $13.99, or with Plus is $12.99. And that's a good price for the game.
Didn't this launched higher too? This launched. I think this was a $30 game at launch.
Yes.
And I really enjoyed it at launch, even before they improved all the visuals. Yeah, this is an easy thumbs up for me. I haven't gotten into the co-op mode. It's like I feel like I forgot how to play the game, and so anytime I jumped in with other people, and we're all like, "How do you light fires? How do you combine things?" We're just an absolute disaster of 4 people all dying of scurvy or something. Like it's a mess. I don't want to take the time to relearn how to play the entire game. I don't have that kind of time in my life, but it is good. I enjoy it.
Very nice. So you would recommend it for $13 or $12.99?
For sure. I might even. I'm gonna go 1 thumbs up because
I'm gonna go 1 thumbs too.
Yeah. If you want a great survival game, I'd say Song in the Smoke.
Yes. But for some reason, people don't like to play that one. I got to give a quick shout out to my man from Brazil, Oopie. Coming in, says, guaranteed like. Have a great night, my friend. Is a super underground hero. Hugs from your eternal fan from Brazil. Oopie, victory always. Ooh, 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 ooh. Thank you, Oopie. Always so good to see you. Bringing the energy. Awesome stuff. What is up, everybody that's joining in? FNCS Kieran, thank you so much, homie. Appreciate the kind words. Mad_vegan, what is up, dude? Twitcher, the single player game cat. Corey reviews, Berber cat, distracted. Yes, I do cue the cat in just the middle of the show here randomly at times. I haven't given everybody their flowers yet, like Pietrek F and AVC3. You said loser reviews. Nick Milo, Nick's is in the chat. So good to see you guys. Thank you for being here. Back to the list. Okay, we've got Drums Rock for $11.99, or with PlayStation Plus $10.99. Listen, man, I usually back in the day I would have probably said yes to this. Drums Rock, I hate to say this. This is nothing against the game or the devs or anything, but Drums Rock is dead to me because Smash Drums exists now, and it is just better in every single way.
But there's anime DLC for it now.
Oh, now you're interested.
Yes, I'm only interested in things that no one else is.
You're the one target audience. You're the one target audience member for that.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, Drums Rock, thumbs down. I appreciated it in some ways at launch, but not anymore. Don't care anymore. Yep. Speaking of don't caring anymore, Trip, A New Way to Meditate is $41. Why is this game $60? Jesus Christ, you guys. 41 with its whopping 2.45 stars. 418 ratings. A lot of people bought this. Jesus, man.
All right. Trip, A New Way to Meditate should also be called Trip. We didn't know how to make a game, so we just shoved it into some environment. No, this is so silly. Like, who's meditating with a VR headset on?
I don't know, but all this game does is make you go, breathe in, hold, breathe out, hold. And it just does that over and over. Oh, yeah, and you can breathe in again before you pass out.
I thought I could only breathe when told.
Listen, you can find a million other things to tell you to breathe in and breathe out. And no, I'm not talking about the Bush song. Stride Fates.
Better than the rest.
Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in. I have no idea what he says in that song. He's just a lot of I felt you like electrolytes.
Like electrolytes, like what Gatorade has.
Is that what he says?
I thought it was electric light, but I mean,
it is. I just like my
but
version.
yeah, and I think I know what the words are to that song, but I guarantee if I compared them to the actual lyrics in the song, I would be very, very surprised that none of them are right.
This is another one of those booked my flight to Boston. Paid for my flight. Oh yeah. $13.49, Brian, for Stride Fates with PlayStation Plus. $14.99. This game's been updated a lot. I haven't revisited it.
Same.
I did
Same.
revisit it after the big patch, but there's been all these other little ones. Some people like this game, but I am not some people, Brian. Thumbs down.
I am willing to go give it another shot because I liked what it was doing. Right? I loved being like, oh, just find the best way to climb these buildings and not zip line, but whatever, from building to building, and it had all these great great moments where you're like just soaring above the city. But yeah, it was just somehow boring, and they kept shoving us into wave shooter levels, and I don't know, man. I was so happy with the graphical update they gave it post launch.
Yeah.
That something about me thinks maybe they did improve everything else. So I'll be happy to go back and check it. But if they haven't improved the gameplay since launch, then it's a big thumbs down.
Yeah, it went from 2 thumbs down to 1 thumbs down now. So making progress.
Okay.
Awesome Datum says Stride Fates can suck it. Distracted says Stride Fates is so disappointing.
But Distracted also says I loved Stride, the first one, and I agree with you.
I did like the first one.
I was so into that, and plus, I mean, I was also getting a workout playing, but I was just like, yeah, always like just dripping in sweat playing that game, and I loved that it had like that endless runner vibe going on. Like we don't have a lot of endless runners in VR, and this one just slowly introduces more difficult climbs, and then the gun that you're pulling off your chest, and all the things that you're trying to avoid. It just, I don't know, there was something very, very unique about what it was doing that Stride Fates just doesn't have at all.
It dropped the ball hard. It took all the fast paced like running out of it. It's like you take a Ghost Runner, that like samurai parkour game that's flat screen, and it's like you turn that into like a arena levels, and it's like, what happened to like the best part of the game? Where'd it go? So yeah, thumbs down.
Darkwing Chuck is asking if we think Katana will be any good. This is their Joyway's basically Stride Fates game, but where you play as a cat.
It actually it looks more fun than Stride Fates.
It does. It really does. So yeah, I mean, I've got my fingers crossed because I wanted Stride Fates to be good, and obviously, if we got a cat themed version of it, that's my name written all over it.
Yeah, true. Ooh, next, I'm liking what I'm seeing here. Vampire the Masquerade Justice is $11.99, or PlayStation Plus is $10.49. 2 thumbs up for this, dude. Vampire Masquerade Justice, I don't think gets enough love. It's got a little bit of like a Saints and Sinners art style to it, like that slightly comic booky looking thing.
Yeah.
But man, I mean, if you want like an Assassin's Creed or a Dishonored, I highly recommend playing this game now, because I have a feeling once Thief comes out, this game is going to lose a lot of value and importance. But I really, really enjoyed this game. I loved the vampire mechanics. And I really enjoyed it overall.
Yeah.
2 thumbs.
I agree with you wholeheartedly. 2 big thumbs up. I think this game was worth it at 30. I was real worried about fast travel games for a little bit there.
Yeah.
I thought that their first party stuff was just lacking in quality. I thought Wraith the Oblivion Afterlife was a massive swing and a miss. And I was like, man, I don't know if they're coming back from this. I thought they just didn't understand game design very well. Because I even had problems with Apex Construct, but it was so early on in VR that like you were willing to overlook that stuff. And so then when Vampire came out and just delivered on so many things that I enjoyed, and great skill tree. Yeah, man.
The gameplay was a big
really
improvement, because
yeah,
Apex Construct was it was in so many ways ahead of its time, but the gameplay was so boring and the pacing was boring. And this was like, they got all the mechanics right, and it was just super fun to play. And stealth is really fun in VR as well. But you don't have to play this game in a stealth way. You can just go full. That's one of the cool things I liked about this game is like, as you unlock the abilities, it's like you can just go full, just super powered vampire against everybody and spawn demons from the ground and squish them into the ground and all this stuff. So yeah, both 2 thumbs up from both of us here. That's a big one.
But 2 notes to mention that the chat was very good about noting. And that is that Twitcher said it's still pretty buggy though, even now. And I did experience some bugs pre-release, and to know that those are still there, after all these months, that's really disappointing to hear. So, but I think that it's easier to overlook bugs when you're paying 1/3 of the retail price. So for $10, get it, but know that it might have some issues still. The other thing is that Tatum said how many people actually opened their mouth and bit every time you went to suck. Every single time, AJ. Every single time I suck someone's blood in Vampire the Masquerade Justice, I opened my mouth. I went, ah.
I don't usually do that. Sometimes like I do it when I'm like streaming, like for fun. Like I'll do the like get into it. But no. But
dude, I still open my mouth every time I put virtual food near my mouth. Right? I get super into this stuff.
I don't do that. My mouth is closed and I just punch myself in the face usually. I'm just like like shove it in between my eyes, and
well, at least somebody's doing it to you.
I'm eating it between my eyes. Scott, the PSVR Game Cat for Life, gives us 2 thumbs up. So does Jay, the foveated rendered game cat, 2 thumbs up as well. Remember, guys, you can leave your thumbs up and thumbs down on a scale of 1 thumb, 2 thumbs up, or 1 thumb down, 2 thumbs down, or apparently middle fingers. You can do that too.
It's such a complicated scale. I didn't follow any of that.
Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to make it so complex.
But if you really like the game, you can put 3 feet up.
Rub your belly. Okay, Synth Riders has a bunch of DLC on sale. Dude, with
20% off, nothing crazy, but it's good.
Yeah, with the recent, news of Beat Saber, I see a lot of people jumping to Synth Riders. Some people are coming out and saying Synth Riders has always been better and everything. I do think Synth Riders it's really, really a good fit for PSVR2. But dude, you gotta, the good thing about picking up these packs right now is for the experiences. I think the experiences are what really set Synth Riders apart. I think the game is fun and everything, but I think what really sets it apart, makes it unique, are the experiences.
God, I hate the experiences. I don't know I'm just not interested. Like, I'm so bored with them. I don't like them at all.
Interesting.
Yeah, but teach his own.
So this is just like the DLC packs. I haven't played the 80s mixtape or the 90s. You can, I think, buy these songs. I want to say you can buy these songs a la carte too. So I'm not sure. Oh my gosh.
Go ahead.
Twitcher's doing like the Konami code with thumbs up, thumbs down, and the way it ends is brilliant.
Real quick, Ernholm says, anyone else having a problem with the polarizing coating on the lenses wearing off? Sony here in Sweden said the glare doesn't affect the function. Really irritated. The only time I've seen this happen is when people are using some kind of liquid to clean their lenses. And so maybe you bought it used and aren't using liquids, and whoever had it before you used liquids. But like people, don't use any liquid on your lenses at all, and because that any liquid will take the coating off, and that's going to be really, really irritating. And then on top of that, like I don't even use microfiber cloth on my lenses anymore, because what I've done, I've got my prescription lenses clicked on top of my regular PlayStation VR2 lenses, and so I only have to clean those now, right? So I've got like this extra protection on top of my. He's only used the cloth. That's crazy. Yeah, I don't have a reason for you, man. I've owned like 3 PSVR2s so far, and none of them have flaked off.
My lens protective cover stuff or anti-glare, that did come off a little bit on mine. It's not noticeable for me. Obviously I use the lenses, but I let my brother play one day, and he was playing Paint the Town Red, and he got like really sweaty, and he had really poofy hair. And in the one session that he had, he managed to wipe off some of the anti-glare coating on there, but luckily it didn't. It's not really noticeable to me. And I was like, I told him from then on, I was like, dude, you're like no sweating in my headset with your shaggy hair, or do something about it, because
Dude, I used to sweat so hard in the PSVR1 headset because of games like Spark, right? We had remind me, what was the second Survios game that we really liked?
Sprint Vector.
Sprint Vector. Yeah, dude, those games, I used to sweat so hard in those games and just like drench my PSVR headset in sweat. And I feel really, really fortunate that like I haven't done that with PSVR2 so much.
Yeah. Okay.
Probably the reason.
The 90s rock music pack and 80s side B. I do like these packs. I think side B has Don't Stop Me Now. It's got Toto Africa, which is a fucking great song. It's got some other good ones. So, yeah. I have not played this. I didn't even know this existed. Supermarket CEO Simulator VR is 909. This looks like, is this the same people that made the Grand Rush? VRC Forge Studios?
I don't think so. In fact, I remember doing PSVR this week when this game was coming out and like just not even being able to find a trailer for it. So I'm assuming there's a trailer for it out now, but I still have no idea what this game even looks like.
It has 1.81 stars. This has 79 ratings. Like, how does? Oh gosh, man, this kills me. I don't understand. I don't understand sometimes, Brian, like how people buy this more than like Escaping Wonderland or Iron Guard. It's like there's fucking this is why everyone thinks the library is worse than what it actually is because shit like this, man. Most likely they buy stuff like this. It's crazy. The artwork looks AI. So I'm gonna say 2 thumbs down. Avoid at all costs. It's probably terrible.
I'm going to assume it sucks. I hate assuming things suck because there have been plenty of things that I thought were going to be terrible that I actually ended up really liking. So, you know, here's AJ. I promised myself that when things slow down at some point, right, what I want to do is 30 Bryan bites in 30 days and download crap like this, right, and just really investigate. Did we miss something? Like, did we miss any of these important games? Anything that like might have us like a little bit of charm to it that like we didn't realize was going to be decent, and I want to just like blast through and play a couple hours of each of these games each day, and then blast out a Bryan bite and start getting real caught up on some of the crap that's on the PlayStation.
Yeah, there's so many good games to spread the word about, but yeah, and then there's a bunch of crap like this. But unfortunately, it just seems like it's too late no matter what. 79 ratings on there is way more than I would have expected for something. Same. Like this, like it's crazy how people fall for this.
79 review keys, right? These are all the people who are,
I don't see any reviews anywhere.
Yeah, I mean maybe, or maybe the developers redeemed all of the codes themselves and gave them to all their friends and was like, redeem our game and then rate it.
Yeah, people just see it and they go, oh, this might be fun and stupid and silly and whatever, and then they're like, oh no, this is just terrible. But you know what's not terrible, Brian? That is Hellsweeper VR for $14.99 or with PlayStation Plus $11.99. Dude, I'm gonna be honest with you. I have been wanting to play Hellsweeper so bad lately. Like I have been thinking about it. Are you okay? Are you? No. I have been like really, really dying to play this game again. The second I get some free time, or maybe on a weekend where I get time to stream, I'm going to play Hellsweeper.
With me.
Yeah, it's got 3-player co-op now.
Yeah.
And like crazy. Tons of new DLC. The Reckoning is... Oh, The Reckoning. Gotham's Reckoning.
I'm out.
No, but yeah, this says co-op or whatever. I've played with like Markio before co-op. It was fun. But dude, this game is so good, and like this game needs more love and attention. And I think it's a little underrated right now, or underplayed, underappreciated. Obviously, it had the Rune
that's
launch.
What
but
happens.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what happens when you launch your game in a shitty state. It's like,
Yeah.
like I don't even feel like I do feel bad because they took the time and really like went in and updated the game and made it look beautiful and added so much content to it and
They even created a guide for people, for other developers, on how to do it.
It's $12 now. This might be. What's your silly thing you do on the sales?
I think this is going to be my golden buzzer. Is it yours?
I think it is, and like I haven't even played that much of it. But I desperately want to get back in. So buy it and then play with me.
Yeah. So unless things change, you got to buy Hellsweeper, man. If there was one game on the sale, if you want action, yes, it's a roguelike, but I don't care. I just want to experience that gameplay some more, like, and see all the new content that's in there, the new bosses that they've added, and. I've played like some of the new bosses, but yeah, there's new levels, new bosses, new characters to choose from. Dude, Hellsweeper's so good, and like, yeah, that's just I can't wait to jump back in. I'm the second. Yeah, I don't care about honestly. Like we talk about some games we want to jump back into, like Underdogs and whatever. I'm like, no, like this one I actually want to jump back into, like for reals. Like I have not played this enough. 2 thumbs up. 2 thumbs up. Yep. Golden buzzer at this time.
Can we skip Tennis on Court and just say buy Badminton Time VR instead? It's the same developers and the same publishers. It's the same people that are involved from top to bottom, and they just did a better job with badminton. Mini games and more charming visuals and better everything.
Yeah,
skip tennis.
Yeah, I like tennis more than badminton in real life. But
same.
But badminton's such a better game. Like Tennis on Court's so bland. So 2 thumbs down for this. And speaking of 2 thumbs down, pets and stuff, this is the one that I did play. 2 thumbs down. Horrible models. It looks like a mobile phone game. Like not like a Quest game, like a mobile phone game. Actually, phones are pretty powerful these days. A mobile phone game from like 15 years ago. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. It looks like that. It looks terrible. Low poly, terrible, boring, bad. But what's not bad is Ultra Wings 2 for $9.99 with PlayStation Plus, or without Plus, it's $11.99. This is another game, man, where that I was like so excited about, and then it finally came to PSVR2, and like I just lost all interest for some reason. I don't know why.
It was another screwy launch, right? Like the game launched unexpectedly.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't able to get review keys out ahead of time. It launched like a week or two before it was supposed to, and even the developers were surprised when it launched. And just one of those things where it's like, man, it's like, okay, well now that game's behind me. It's like I'm trying to stay on top of what's new. And so I jumped in and I played a little bit, and I was like, this is good, but it looks so much like the PSVR 1 version of Ultra Wings 1. This game should have been razor sharp on PSVR 2. And kind of seeing that softness is like, I don't know. But we don't have a lot of flight games. Yeah. I think for $10, I think it's worth picking up.
It'll hold you over until Aces of Thunder comes out. But the second that drops, this game is toast.
I mean, I think this has more arcade stuff going on than Aces of Thunder, right? The flying through rings stuff and there's other stuff, right? What else do you do in this besides fly through rings? You photograph events or photograph locations.
Yeah, there's even combat as well.
Yeah,
they did add like combat to this, but I'm gonna give it like 1 thumbs up, 1 weak thumbs up, like because it just didn't hook me.
I'll give it 1. It didn't hook me either, but again,
I think it's a great Quest game. I think it's a very average PSVR 2 game.
That works. Yeah, it should have come out on PSVR 1. I think Distracted is right. It's because it took so long to make it to the platform.
Yeah,
the PSVR 1 was still in full force when Ultra Wings 2 came along. It should have launched there.
Yeah. Propagation Paradise Hotel, Brian.
I changed my golden buzzer.
You might, because it's originally $19.99. It is $7.99.
Yeah, you guys are crazy for not owning this. 90 frames native. It looks insanely
it's scary.
sharp in the headset. It's so scary.
Not everybody likes to be scared.
Meh, I don't care. You're still crazy for not owning it. Why aren't you all me?
Yeah. I forget if it was 3 or 4 hours. It's not the longest game, but I mean, within that 3 or 4 hours, lots of scares, lots of atmosphere. Boss fights, like three boss fights.
Multiple boss fights
Yeah.
in 3 hours or 4 hours. Yeah,
Right.
but collectibles. I looked everywhere for those collectibles. It took me 4 hours to finish because of those damn collectibles, and I still didn't find all of them.
Yeah. 2 thumbs up.
Yeah.
Easy recommendation. Okay. Red Matter Collection is on sale for $27.99. Now you've kind of kept up with the Red Matter bundle here and there a little bit better than I have. For me, this is an easy thumbs up. But I'll be curious to see how it compares to previous sales.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is around the lowest it gets, right? Because these games launched, at least on PSVR 1, Red Matter launched at $30. I think when it came to PSVR 2, it was 20. And then Red Matter 2 launched at 40. So when you consider that both these games launched in their respective headsets for $70 total, it's an incredible deal. I don't think the collection gets much lower than this, but I'd have to check PS prices or something.
Okay. Yeah. Well, still worth it, but maybe not like the biggest like hop on it sale price. But absolutely 100% worth it.
Yeah, I mean both phenomenal games. And if you don't have them, I feel like you're missing out.
Definitely missing out. One of the best. Cities VR Enhanced Edition is $14.99. I liked this game, but I didn't really. Wait. Which one was it? Cities VR.
Cities Bigger.
Yeah, is that the End Dreams one?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No. Cities sucks. No. Two thumbs down. I hated this game so much.
It's Cities VR just didn't feel like it was made for VR. Like
No.
the controls were so cumbersome, and it all mapped to the controllers in a weird way, and I just didn't enjoy what I was doing, and it was confusing. And I flooded my town in the tutorial on accident. I can't figure this out. I think if you're more hardcore about your city builders, you'll probably get some enjoyment out of it, especially for $15. But that is not me. This was surprisingly not fun.
Does not work for a VR game. Looking at menus the entire time is not a fun VR time. Like looking at like meters, and and visually the game is ugly too. So, 2 thumbs down, hard pass. Electrician Simulator VR plus there's a gun in the Office bundle. What the fuck?
There's no gun. It doesn't seem like.
Oh, that's a flat game, I guess. Maybe.
That's what it looks like. Yeah, it looks like it's just the studio is
in the Office bundle.
selling their games in a bundle.
I am actually a little interested in checking this out, but I have not yet.
You have fun with that.
Yeah. Well,
I didn't play this one.
Yeah, no, hard pass. Big Shots is $11.99 or $9.99 with PlayStation Plus.
$10. You and I played this for like 3 hours together one day.
Yeah,
and that's pretty much the extent of this game that I've played.
Yeah,
but I do think that if you have somebody to play with, this is a fun little roguelite, and there's a lot of cool power ups, a lot of ways to build up your mech. It can feel a little bit tedious though. I feel like, and that's why playing through the same levels and the same bosses. It just I do think that after about 3 hours, I was like, you know what, I might be done with this. But that's so kind of a midway here.
Yeah, if anything, a very weak 1 thumb. I played it for about 5 hours and I really enjoyed it, but I was done with it. Like I don't have any interest in going back. Although it did get bHaptic support, and I did hear that it's good bHaptic support, so I would be interested in trying it just for that alone. But yeah, I don't know. It's okay. It's just okay. Another average kind of game. Yep. Ragnarok is $9.99.
AJ, I don't like the music. I just don't.
You don't like the music?
It's not for me. It's not for me.
Not liking the music is a deal breaker for rhythm games. Because that's like half the fun is you play along to songs that you like and whatever. Dude, I have a newfound respect for Ragnarok because of our PAX experience. The police, the head security officer, he like wanted to play it and he seemed to have a lot of fun. It made me really excited. So this game is for some people. It's not the worst price, but me personally, I am not a fan of this game either. I would say
I love that you're like, oh, Blue, the guy who never played VR before, really liked this VR game he played. I was like, I think we can leave that out of the conversation.
True. Definitely not an expert opinion. But the dude plays Call of Duty, and like, to go from Call of Duty and to like really enjoy this and want to buy a VR headset. I mean, Ragnarok potentially sold a VR headset. That's never judge a book by its cover.
Let's call Blue and see if he bought a VR headset.
No, again, I really like Smash Drums. Like if you want a drumming game, VR drumming game, Smash Drums. VR Skater is $11.54, or there's the VR Skater Pro bundle for $23.19. VR Skater Pro bundle.
What does it add?
It includes the
skate parks, like
the skate park. Thank you.
Skate park.
Yes.
Oh, wow, that seems like such a strange deal, because those skate park levels are not awesome. They're okay.
Yeah.
And they actually accentuate the VR Skater's biggest downfall, which is that you basically go through levels in VR Skater like a tunnel, right? You don't turn. You can never turn all the way around. It's basically like Tony Hawk's downhill jam the entire time. And so, in the pro levels, you get to one end of the skate park, and then the camera flips. You do a 180, and then you head back the other direction. That's the part of those levels I can't stand, and so they're asking for double the amount of money to include those, and they're my least favorite part of the game. So honestly, if you're unsure about VR Skater for $11.54, no brainer. This is like a top 10 PSVR2 game for me, and the soundtrack is really good.
2 thumbs up. I love VR Skater. And here's the thing. If you have another Perp Games game, you can get the skate park bundle stuff free as a promo. If you buy like Underdogs, or there's a certain list of Perp Games published games where if you own them, you can get the DLC for VR Skater free. It's a nice little promo from Perp there. They didn't advertise it a lot, but a lot of people just one day we were going crazy because we were just like, oh, like everyone was picking it up because they had the other game that you needed or whatever. Dude, VR Skater, 2 thumbs up. I love this game. I've got so many hours in it, and I could spend so many more hours in it.
Tatum in the chat says VR Skater gave me more rage quit than Elden Ring. Just saying.
Wow, really?
Hey Tatum. Get good, dude.
Get good, bro.
I will tell you, dude, I was scared of VR Skater because like I had played a demo of it and then been like, oh my God, like this is gonna take me hours and hours and hours to just get halfway decent at. I was like, I'm never gonna be able to review this. So I played it day in, day out for I mean just a week, trying to get the review done. And holy crap, man, it's like when that thing clicks in your brain. It's like learning a new language, right? It just feels like you're one with the skateboard. It's crazy.
It's so good. So it's the closest thing to a Tony Hawk in VR that we've actually ever had. And yeah, it's an awesome game. I highly recommend it as well. So 2 thumbs up from both of us. Next we've got Hotel R&R, a game that is near and dear to my heart. I love this game. I don't know. I mean, so the VR2 version is pretty good. They did a pretty good job with the upgrade for it. It's not going to be for everybody, but it's got this cool mechanic of you're kind of like a rock star and you have to score as many points by causing as much destruction to a hotel room or whatever as possible. And then you have to like fight against the locks, against like the management to like keep the door locked or whatever, and then you have to escape before the police arrive. And it's pretty cool. There's also a bunch of mini games that are really, really fun. I'm gonna give this 1 thumbs up. I love this game. I don't know. I don't really like it. Like, I'm not like into it as much as I was last gen. I think was much cooler on PSVR 1, but it is enhanced pretty well for PSVR 2. And if you've never played it, there might be something there worth checking out.
Yeah, I mean, for $10, I think you should pick it up. They did a great job with the port. I'm going to assume this was VR Monkey that ported this, but like, I'm
that or Wolf and Wood. Yeah.
Did Wolfenwood do it? Maybe, yeah, 90. But it's like I believe it's 90 hertz native, and it looks really, really sharp in the headset. They did a great job with the port. I like the beginning of this game more than the end of the game. I don't like the later environments are too spread out, and which means they're not as much fun to destroy. But the first 3 or 4 environments are great. And yeah, $10.
Did you check out the mini
Thumbs
games?
Yeah, for sure.
There's
I mean, on PSVR1 I did.
Yeah.
I didn't play through it all on PSVR2. I should do an updated review.
There's more mini games than you may know too, because it took me a while to kind of like see all of them. But yeah, 1 thumbs up. Vertigo 2 is $19.49, 35% off.
If you have a Pro.
If you don't have a Pro,
maybe wait. Even the Pro doesn't fix all the problems, man. It's like the frame rate still stutters. It just doesn't stutter as bad. It fixes the problem in some locations, but not all of them, not completely. I just wish the port was better, man, because it's so close to being awesome.
Yeah.
They should have added more adaptive triggers. They should have adaptive trigger support. They should have improved the haptics. We just didn't get a great port. It could have been one of the greatest games on the platform. And I feel like there's just too many glaring issues to go, oh yeah, definitely, you need to pick this up. But I still had fun with it anyway. I still think it's a great game.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. Awesome Tatum says, I love Vertigo series, but Zach pissed me off. 1 thumb down. Yeah, the whole just like abandoning support thing was pretty shitty. So yeah, like as much as I want to say like don't support this, at the end of the day, I did enjoy this game. There is a lot of content. It's kind of like an indie, like Half-Life Valve inspired. It feels like a Valve game, an indie Valve game. But
it used to work there, right? That's why it feels like that.
Yeah. But good shooting mechanics, good like the weapons, the manual reloading, they're all very unique feeling, and it's got this kind of like Rick and Morty kind of vibe to it a little bit. So if you like a Rick and Morty style humor, then it is that kind of like sci-fi weird indie with like a Valve campaign, first person shooter campaign. So I'll give it a weak thumbs up. Could do worse. I enjoyed it a lot. Onirium is $14.69, or with PlayStation Plus is $12.24.
Am I right remembering that this is the same developer as Mind Labyrinth VR Dreams?
This says My World's SRLS.
Yeah,
I don't see.
I
don't see Frost Earth Studio.
Yeah, the PlayStation Store never lists the developer, just the publisher, which I hate. The Steam Store usually does a much better job of that. If I remember correctly, that's what this is. It's the same developers as Mind Labyrinth. And in Mind Labyrinth VR Dreams on PSVR1 proved that these developers could make really, really beautiful VR spaces for you to walk through, but then they didn't know how to make a game in those spaces. And this is the exact same thing. You walk through, you do a whole lot of nothing, and I really didn't enjoy it at all. Like it's a thumbs down. Yeah, I actually think I am gonna pick this up because I haven't played it, and I think Julia was telling me like she was kind of liking this a little bit. She had like acknowledged that it's not great and that it has flaws. But she said it was like a little bit better than Mind Labyrinth VR Dreams, if this is the right game, and I think this is. She was. Yeah, it's got nice atmosphere, right? I mean, it's certainly not like it's not doing a great job with the headset, right? I mean, I want to say it runs reprojected, and it's the resolution can be better, but it gives you interesting places to walk through. It feels like kind of like Twilight Zone, but not.
Is Gorilla Attack worth $2?
No.
What about $1.74?
No.
Okay.
Oh wait, does it have a platinum? I can't remember. I think if it has, you have to check my Bryan bite. I think it does. And so if you're a platinum trophy hunter, it might be worth the $1.50.
Okay.
Pick it up. But that's, other than that, there's no reason to get this.
Okay. This is also bundled with Bridge the Gap for $5.39 and Electrician Simulator. Yep. Unplugged air guitar for $7.99.
Still haven't played it. They sent me a review key before PSVR2 came out, and then Sony blacklisted me, and so this and a bunch of other launch games, I never even start it up.
Oh, you've never played it?
I never even had a chance to start. They should have. They didn't add finger tracking. Why didn't they add hand?
I was just thinking about that. That was the one thing that I've heard is like the whole what makes this game cool is the hand tracking.
Yeah. But neither one of us have any idea. Anybody in the chat?
I think nobody bought it is why. Let's see how many ratings does it have. 369 ratings. I mean, for a launch game, that's really, really low. Yeah, that came out at launch. Got buried.
Huh.
I have heard a couple people say they like it, but nobody in our audience. Just random.
30 Bryan bites in 30 days. It's happening.
There you go.
Unplug their guitar will be on here.
But for now, from what I've played, hell no. It's got a couple good songs on there, but it was just so not fun to play. Ooh, okay. Speaking of games that I need to revisit and play, Happy Funland is $11.69.
Bro, didn't this launch at $30 and then they dropped the retail price to $15? Like, this isn't even that big of a sale from the current retail price, right? It's only $12 instead of $15. It's not a big sale, but I do actually think they improved this game enough to the point where it's like, yeah, you should pick it up if you like horror games. It feels more of a walking sim than anything else, but I think it's a really good walking sim.
Should I revisit it? I have not played it after a single patch.
Oh yeah, the combat still sucks, but it makes sense now. You know, it's like one hit, 2 hit, 3 hit, done. It's like that's pretty simple.
Okay. Any Awesome Tatum says, Happy Funland, go play it. Distracted said, someone clip that. What did we say? What did we say that's worth clipping?
Nothing. I'll promise you nothing was worth clipping.
Let's see here. Okay. So moving on. Oh God, What the Bat is $9.99. Doesn't matter. I'm gonna do what Distracted did. I'm gonna give one big middle finger to this game.
I'm gonna give 2 middle fingers to this game. I hate What the Bat so much.
Me too.
So boring. So boring.
Well, worst games I've ever played. It's not that they didn't try. It's not that they didn't try. I think that's what makes it even more pathetic is that they actually tried to make this like into something good, and it was just so pathetic and bad.
This would have made sense on the PSVR 1 launch demo disc.
Yes,
right there with Job Simulator.
No,
right?
I wouldn't even put it on
just
a demo disc. Just a PSVR 1 maybe.
Cartoon worlds, and you have to do silly things to experiment to get to your goal. But that's it. But it's just not fun.
Yeah. Nope. Budget Cuts Ultimate Nightmare Update Edition, $17.99. I think that's still too much for Budget Cuts. And I had a pretty bad experience with this game on PSVR2, so I'm gonna give it a thumbs down.
All right, lots of thoughts. 1, Budget Cuts Ultimate includes Budget Cuts 1 and 2. So that's 2 games in 1.
Okay. So
that's good. 2, I think they fixed the resolution after I reviewed it, but I never went back to actually look at it myself. And so, and that's about it, man. Like, I think Budget Cuts is really good. I think it's a great game, and I think the story's fun. I
thought it was really boring.
I'm gonna give it a maybe as long as they fix stuff, but I have to go back in and double check that.
I'm gonna give it a thumbs down. It's not bad. It just feels boring and kind of dated in design. It is an old game, like like it was designed a long time ago, and I don't think it's aged well.
I mean the whole conceit about it is that they didn't know how to do locomotion in VR without making people sick, so they just all you do is create portals everywhere now,
which is cool.
Right,
the portal's cool.
You just teleport, but then they added full locomotion. And it was like, oh well, now your game doesn't kind of work the way it's supposed
it doesn't make sense anymore,
right? Like that's not how you update your game for a new audience. It just didn't seem to. Yeah, I don't know.
Brain Beats is $7.24, or with PlayStation Plus $5.79.
No. Although it's the only Beat Saber we have left, so maybe we should support that.
It's not the only Beat Saber still exists, Brian.
I don't think that's true.
Every piece of content up to this moment is up to this day is available and will be available still. Beat Saber's not going anywhere, and there's tons of content.
AJ, next month when they announce the My Chemical Romance DLC pack, I'm gonna be in tears. I'm gonna be in emo tears over here, just being like, well, I can't play it. I don't have any headset that it'll work on. I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself, and then I'm gonna burn my Quest 3. in effigy.
Epic. Brain Beats,
Yeah.
no, says Brian. See, that's why I needed you here, because there's a couple I haven't played that I need your expertise. Well, because there's some, I think, like Box to the Beat or something. Some of these that people do say are like actually decent for like workout or purpose. I don't know. Garden of the Sea.
Box to the Beat either, if it helps.
Okay. Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Garden of the Sea is $9.99. I thought this game looked really charming on the surface, looked like it could be fun, and then I played it.
Yeah, it's kind of unimpressive, right? It feels it falls a little bit flat. There's a lot more teleportation. Like, just give us a jump button or whatever. Like, it doesn't feel very VRAF. And but for $10, it is kind of a cozy game.
Yeah.
And so I'm interested in going back to it. I never reviewed it. I never finished it.
Yeah. I just wish it was a cozy and fun game. Thumbs down. One thumbs down. I don't hate it or anything.
Currently, I'm going to give it a half a thumb.
Okay.
But I will go back to it. This is one that I've been wanting to go back to and have form a real opinion on.
Really going to bat for it, I see.
Yeah. Yeah.
Next we have Dark Sword Battle Eternity, $9.99 or $8.99 with plus.
Have you played this?
No, I have it downloaded.
I've literally played it for 5 minutes and I couldn't even figure out how to turn the click turning off. But everyone says, "Oh no, it's got smooth turning." It's like, okay, well, I'll get back to it. It looked very blurry, like PSVR1 levels of blur, and but I've heard good things about it, so I think it's worth. Somebody in the chat must have played this. Come on, help us out, you guys.
Awesome Tatum probably. He plays everything.
He does play everything. So, but this again is a massive contender for 30 Bryan by 30 days.
Okay.
Video. Yeah,
this is one I'll be interested to check out. I mean the cover art looks like something I'd like, but so does like half the game, so it doesn't matter. Yep. All right, so there's one that we well, at least it's really blurry, so that's not good. Metro Awakening Deluxe Edition is $27.99.
What's so deluxe about it?
You get like 3 skins. How much is the base game? How much does that usually go on sale for? Wasn't it still like $30?
Yeah, I mean this is not that big of a sale.
This is not, well, it's 44%, but it's 44% off $50.
Off of a price it shouldn't have been to begin with. Yeah. Listen, I like Metro a lot. I had a lot of fun with it. I thought the story was really well done. And you better fucking want to listen to story, because that's half of the game. Half of the game is Metro, and half of the game is a walking sim. But I thought this was really well done. I just don't think this is the version you should be buying. If you've been waiting for a sale, wait for the regular version to go on sale for a decent price.
Mal says, wild seeing AJ on Brian's show like this.
It's Tornado Show.
Oh, okay.
About that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We don't own anything. Cat owns all.
Cat owns us. Dude, I mean, I'll give it 1 week thumbs up because I love Metro Awakening. But yeah, like and the regular game, when it goes on sale, it's been like $30, I think. But I absolutely loved this game. So, yeah, I'm gonna give it a weak thumbs up. But you could probably skip it this time, and something better will come along next time. Afterlife VR, $7.49. I have not played it.
Oh, yeah. This is the game that Splitlight made before making Pirates VR Jolly Roger.
Oh wow.
And yeah, and it's blurry. I don't know why. It looks like a PSVR1 game. Listen, but it's got some good scares. And then the combat in the back half of the game is terrible. You can blast through the entire thing in about 2 or 3 hours. If you're a diehard horror fan and you need to play everything horror, that is the only reason you would buy this. For everyone else, I think it's easy skip and a thumbs down.
Okay. Say no more. Thumbs down. Broken Edge is $7.49. I wanted to like this game so much more.
Did you ever play it online? Because I hated it until I played it online, and then I kind of fell in love with it.
I did not. But yeah, because I know everybody yelled at you when you did your review, and then you went back and played it online, and then you were like, it's actually not bad.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's like they knew I was about to play it online. They all went online. Everybody at Broken Edge Discord. and like they all like were like super nice. It's like they had a conversation. They were like, all right, he's about to jump in. He's about to play online. He's reviewing the game. We want him to do it. And it was like fans of the game, the hardcore fans of the game. And so everybody was super nice. They're like, hey, do you want to know a secret? Do you want to know how to play this? And it was like a bunch of kids going to bat for this game that they loved. And I was like, this is adorable. I fell for it, AJ. I fucking fell for it. But it was fun. It was fun. There's nothing else like it. Probably for the best. But if you've been wanting to check it out, this is the right price.
Yeah, I'm gonna say pass because I don't trust that there's anybody still playing this, and what's there single player wise is literally just like 10 quick sparring things, and it's not like dynamic at all. Like it's just like these scripted movements of like sword fighters, and you engage with like scripted sword fighting, so it's like weird. But yeah, it had its little charms here and there, but nah, pass. Brian.
Yes.
We got a new golden buzzer, Brian.
Ay Dios mío. This is crazy.
We got a new golden buzzer here. Because Ghost Signal, a Stellaris game, is 50% off from $9.99 and is only $4.99.
AJ, are you saying there's another roguelite that you like? Is that what you're trying to tell us?
Yeah,
right
it's
now,
funny that too.
buzzer?
Actually, you know what? I'm not going to use my golden buzzer on this. I'm going to keep my golden buzzer with Hellsweeper. But do you want to use your golden buzzer on this?
I've got a silver buzzer.
Silver buzzer.
Right? It's just waiting to be used. Dude, $5. Listen, you know, nothing's $5 anymore. Video games tend not to be $5. This is a game. I can't believe it's only $20 at launch. It's just you can spend dozens and dozens of hours in this playing and replaying and replaying and replaying. The roguelite mechanics are fantastic. All the unlockables are fantastic. If I didn't have to run a channel, I'd probably still be playing this game. It gets its hooks in you, and it's so good, and it looks really great in the headset. Again, nothing else like it. And for $5, if you're not picking this up, I've disowned all of you.
I know my dude Flame Hat the Game Cat Fire absolutely adores this game. I have one issue with this game, is that when I'm live streaming it, I have so much fun. I really, really enjoy it. I have such a blast. When I play it by myself, I tend to get really bored playing it by myself.
What?
I don't know why, but this happens every time I do this because I live stream it and I go, I want to play this more. Like I'm like, wow, that was such a fun stream. That was so much fun, you guys. I'm going to go, I can't wait to jump back in. I jump back in without live streaming it and I don't have fun with it. I get bored. I don't understand.
I don't either.
That being said, I don't care if you don't even play this game. Just buy it. Just buy it. Just spend $5 and just burn $5 on this game. It is a really, really good game, actually. It's really, really fun. Really unique gameplay mechanics. It is awesome. I feel like, yeah, maybe it's just I don't have enough free time to be able to enjoy it properly, but 2 thumbs up for this.
Is Colin Loves like an hour behind the rest of us? I think he is.
I don't know.
Because he was talking about Alien a few seconds ago, and now he's talking about Hitman. But he does bring up a good point. You still have to pay for the VR upgrade for Hitman.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that part.
Yeah.
I was thinking about it. But yeah, 2 thumbs up for Ghost Signal.
Big time. Absolutely.
I think my golden buzzer is still going to go to Hellsweeper just because I am actually craving to play that game again. And I do feel like that's like super hardcore.
I think my golden buzzer is Propagation, honestly.
Yeah, okay. That's a good one. Masters of Light is $14.99 or $13.99 with PlayStation Plus. I have not played this, but I want to because of one reason: hand tracking.
Oh, you want to because of hand tracking?
I only want to play this because of the hand tracking.
All right, here's what I figured out. It's way less responsive without the controllers.
Oh.
Right? It's basically a wave shooter, and you're doing a lot of this stuff. and every so often, it won't recognize that you're trying to throw the fireball or whatever the hell it is that you're shooting. And that's so infuriating, right? If the hand tracking doesn't work when you need it to work, then mission failed. And I don't think the game is very good without hand tracking. Like I think hand tracking is the novelty here, and so with controllers it's really boring, and with hand tracking it doesn't always work, and so it becomes frustrating. And I don't know why this game exists. Sorry.
Okay. Sounds like a pass.
Yeah, it's like 2 thumbs down, and like I feel bad for saying that because, these developers seem pretty cool.
Yeah.
But no. Yep.
All right, Toss. Excuse me. Toss is $7.99. Why is Toss usually $19.99? What a fucking bullshit base price for this game.
Toss is great.
I didn't like it very much, but I know a lot of people go to bat for it.
Yeah.
Some people that didn't like Stride or some of these other what I'm trying to think of some like parkour or climbing game that I really like that other people said that they like this more. I forget.
Oh yeah.
What's
I
similar
forget, too,
to it?
because there was some other climbing games.
Oh, Stilt
obstacle
maybe?
course climbing games. Oh yeah. I think so.
And then people said they usually like either Toss or Stilt more than the other.
Stilt's a way better game. But Toss is really good, especially for an $8. I feel like I underrated this game at launch. I think I gave it like a 6.5 or something like that, and it really deserved a better score than that. It was really fun. I thought I got really hooked into it. Especially at the beginning when like Miles and I were trying to beat each other's scores, and we get the notifications being like, Miles Dyer just beat your score on this level. Do you want to try to reclaim it? And I'm like, yes,
it does that thing.
Yeah, like I desperately want to reclaim it. Just to shove it in Miles's face. That was the only reason. But then the developer dropped support for the PSVR2 version almost immediately, and it was bringing multiplayer and all these other options to other.
Oh, multiplayer
headsets.
could have been cool.
Yeah, that they're not doing on PSVR2. So I'm kind of like, fuck you guys. You know what I mean? You immediately drop support the second you launch the game on our platform. I'm like, go fuck yourself.
Yeah. Oh well, I say pass because I just didn't enjoy it very much. Okay concept, boring to play for me. After the Fall Deluxe Edition is $8.99.
So, sirens on my end.
It's hard to argue with that price.
Yeah.
But it's always the same thing with After the Fall. It's like kind of an average game. Definitely not Left 4 Dead, like as good as Left 4 Dead. But that's what it's trying to be. $8.99 is not bad. I guess if you got some friends to play with, you could play it single player as well. Just want to have a cheap kind of watered down Left 4 Dead experience. You could do worse for $8, $9.
I feel like there's people who hate this game and people like Wes who spend hundreds of hours in it, and I loved it, and I will never understand those. That being said, they did a great job with the PSVR2 version with the adaptive trigger support and the haptics, and the graphics look great, and the animations on like just those massive hordes of Snowbreed is wonderful. So I think it's worth the $9 to find out which side of the camp you fall on.
Yeah. I liked it more than Zombie Army VR. So I'll give it a thumbs up.
Oh, like infinitely more. Suddenly, yeah, by that comparison, like 10 out of 10.
No, I wouldn't go that far, but but no, this is again, that's part of the reason that Zombie Army was so underwhelming, is because it's like we've had okay games that were better. And After the Fall is a perfect example. I'll give it a weak thumbs up. That price, I'll give it solid 1 thumbs up.
Yeah, since I'm recommending it to people who are not me, I'll give it a thumbs up.
Dead Hook is $9.99 or $8.99. 2 thumbs down. I hate this game.
2 thumbs down. Yep.
Why did you hate it?
I thought the roguelite mechanics were terrible. Everything you do back at the base was janky as fuck. All the leveling up mechanics were super janky. It should have been fun. It should have been all this VRAF stuff, and like it's all broken. And then the like I don't think I ever beat the first boss.
I did beat the first boss.
I couldn't figure out how to beat it, and I wasn't enjoying the game enough to actually sit around and work through it. So I did not like Dead Hook. Dead Hook is the reason Brian Bites exist, AJ.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna make a Brian Bite and say, listen, I'm just not gonna play through this whole game, but here are my impressions of the first, couple hours, and then I never made a Brian Bite on it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, at least something good came out of it. It wants to be like a Doom clone with a grappling hook and you could swing around. Like the concept of it was really good. The execution was terrible. Doesn't look good. It doesn't feel good. It's not fun. It's not well paced. It's bad level design. Everything about this is just so bad. 2 thumbs down. Next we got Aka R 599. I'm going to say thumbs down. I love you, Jeff Minter. Please bring Polybius to us.
Yep.
But Aka R, I just don't care about any of his games except Polybius. I liked Goat Up. I liked Moose Life. I even liked a little bit of Grid Runner. This one just didn't do it for me.
Yeah, I'm with you. And I know that Wes spent a lot more time with it than I did and found the hook and started really enjoying it. Other people I know really found the hook in iRobot, and I need to get back into that and try that more.
You mean people? You mean Tatum?
iRobot? No, I want to say like Izzard.
Oh, it was Izzard.
And,
That's what it was.
Yeah, and
The one person.
and Izzard and Mara really go to bat for that.
Okay. Well, Mara's okay. Izzard, not so much.
You should hear what he says about you.
Let's see here. Aka R. Yeah, no. Fisherman's Tale is $5.99, 60% off.
Fine, yeah, but you might as well pick up the Fisherman's Tale bundle for $3 more.
Thank you. Fisherman's Tale bundle is $9.89 Studios.
It's in the game. Sorry,
you do that every time.
There were so many studios around that time that sounded like that. EA Sports 989.
Yeah.
And there were like 3 other studios that used that exact same vibe when reading theirs. And I always think it's in the game.
I think EA Sports started, or EA started it.
Probably.
They always had the epic intros. Fisherman's Tale bundle for $9.89.
I don't love either one of these games, to be honest with you. But to get both of them for less than $10, I think it's worth the risk. I think the first Fisherman's Tale game was very charming, and even though I didn't like the back half of it as much as I liked the front half, it was good. It was good, probably worth $10 on its own. And then Fisherman's Tale 2, like there was some inventive stuff in there.
Yeah,
I
like the musical sections. Obviously, the sea shanties and I like the whole. I like this one felt a lot more like an actual. Well, they both felt like fisherman-y, but the second one, it had some cool mechanics in it, like detaching your arms, and you got this like go-go gadget body, and
you like launch your head and like you can. It says all these things where they're just like, oh, if you have motion sickness, too bad. Yeah, and I'm like, that's cool to me. I like when they take risks like that, and they don't hold back their game because somebody might get woozy.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna be like a mid thing. Yeah. Like it's not the worst pickup if you're in the mood for just a cozy, charming puzzle game, story driven. Like I do think it actually has some good things about it, but both are like 6.5s out of 10.
Can we keep addressing Colin's comments as they roll in 2 hours late?
We got you, Colin. He says it's switchback as roller coastery as the first one. No. But if you want a good roller coaster game, get Epic Roller Coasters. It's free, and get the Fantasy Thrills pack. Get the, I think, Super Roller Coasters pack, and the SpongeBob one. You don't even have to like SpongeBob. I don't even like SpongeBob or ever watch it, but I like the pack of it. It was good. We got you, Colin. It's okay if you're an hour behind. By the way, thank you for being here, Brian. I know this is going on for a really long time. We're getting close to the end, though.
What else do I have to do tonight other than a million things?
Me too. I need to go play some stuff. We're almost done, though. O-Shape. Face shape.
Yeah. I hear this is a big thumbs down on PSVR2. I heard.
Okay.
I don't know why. I just know it's not good.
Well, or something. The reason it's a big thumbs down for me is because this has the worst music of any rhythm game I have ever played. All it needed was good music, and this game would have been kick ass. But it has literally the worst royalty-free like stuff, and which is a shame too, because this game would be a fantastic workout. like really gets you moving, really good cardio, lots of like bending over and moving and stuff, and like good movements and everything, but the music is just unbearable. 2 thumbs down because of the music, which is a shame. I might revisit it at some point to see if they've added stuff to it, because it does look like they've added like a new level or two and maybe some music, but that's it. But no, thumbs down.
Thumbs down, and only because I've heard it's broken. So I'll check it out eventually.
Okay. Unhidden cozy hidden object, $5.99. I don't know what this is.
30 Bryan bites in 30 days. I was actually in a Discord voice chat with Orseek the Game Cat while he was playing this, and it sounded like he thought it was okay. And I was like, please tell me it has the sharpest resolution ever, because it's a very, very simple looking game. And he goes, not really. I was like, okay. But again, this actually does seem like a charming little game, and I would play it, but I have not played it yet. So, what, $5 in VR?
It's
$5 with plus.
$4 with plus. $4.
Do I own this yet?
I'm gonna buy this and check it out and see if it's any. It actually looks like it could be cool if you're just looking for hidden objects. For $4. I don't know. That actually, when I say that out loud, it sounds stupid. Go buy Pavlov and play Hidden Object in Pavlov, and you'll have a much better time at that.
Let's see if I own it. I do not own it, so I'm adding it to my cart and confirming purchase right now.
Okay.
When you guys listen, how many people are here watching this right now?
My thing says 63, but this thing's not
All right.
always accurate.
So there's 63 people who will understand why there will be a unhidden Bryan bite next week on the channel.
I'll give this a chance for $4. I'll check it out and report back. I'll leave a comment, pin a comment or something, or maybe you'll get your Bryan bite out and I won't have to do anything, which would be much more preferred.
Yeah, that's what I'll do.
Man, yeah, there's like more games than I even like knew that existed on here. But I tend to skip a lot of just stuff that, is just unceremoniously barfed onto the store. Because most of the time it sucks. Gazzlers is $4.99.
Listen, I roasted this thing in my review.
Yeah.
But I didn't stop playing until I'd done everything. There is something really fun about Gazzlers. So for $5, I'm actually going to give it a thumbs up.
Scott Peter has 92 people watching. Silver Nexus says 88. Distracted says 7. We had a really some strong unhidden supporters that didn't like our assessment or O-shape. Stingray X is 69. Nice. I don't know if he said that just because. I like his answer. Lose Reviews says 42. See, this is why we have the best fucking community ever. Because I don't even care if it's true or not. They just get life. Gazzlers, I really like the first level of this game, and I played it over and over and over. Mm-hmm. And after I got past the first level, I was like, okay, I'm done.
Oh,
I didn't
so you
really
never finished it.
No, I didn't want to. I didn't care for it after the first level, so I'm gonna give it a thumbs down.
It has bosses.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I actually really like the first level, and I don't think it's bad. I'm still going to give it a thumbs down because I just don't care.
Yeah, Twitch is right. The scoring system needs to be reworked completely. But it's a fun roguelite. You go through and you just you keep leveling up your character, leveling up your abilities. And for $5, yeah, I'm going to give it a thumbs up for $5. But I think it was 20 when it launched, and that's a big no.
I would say spend that $5 on Ghost Signal.
Also true. Definitely do that.
Much better game. But
if you already own Ghost Signal,
yeah. Okay, the rest of the stuff we might skip some stuff here because there's like some electrician bundles again. I don't know what Before Exit Supermarket. I don't know what this is. Nope,
it doesn't have VR support.
Masternoid is $7.49 or $8.90. No, wait. I'm sorry, $8.99 or $7.49 with PlayStation Plus.
Yeah, great game.
Masternoid is dope. I do wish this would go like super dirt cheap because it's a very
like
small.
$5, right?
Yeah, this would be like the ultimate $5. This would get the golden buzzer at $5. I'm still gonna give it a thumbs up because I do actually really like this game. If you like Brick Breakers, which I grew up playing, like it's a great Brick Breaker game. It's a very good Brick Breaker game. It's very, very good.
I feel like this is the game that should have been made by Jeff Minter that wasn't.
You're right. This is the best Jeff Minter game that wasn't developed by Jeff Minter. That is correct. On PSVR2.
I want to support this guy. Support this developer. He the game runs super crazy smooth. They did a great job with the haptics. And I think even the headset haptics, if I remember correctly, super sharp. Yeah. It's just great job on this. So
it does look really good, even though it has like a basic neon Brick Breaker look to it. It is so. This was one of the first games I think I played where I was like, "Whoa!" Like that resolution. It is. It should look the way it looks, but because it's so simple, but it's like wow, like it really pops in the headset. Blue Chew the Underground Game Cat Elite Name Squad in the house is here. It says Masternoid is so good. Awesome Tatum Masternoid is good. Buy it. Aceville has joined us. Says, and the roguelike weapon system is kind of cool and satisfying. What was he talking about?
He's on Gazzlers, I think.
Gazzlers probably. Oh, Gazzlers is sneaky fun, is what he says. But is it as fun as Sneaky Bears? Aceville.
I think so.
I
didn't play Forest Farm. It was impossible getting in touch with this guy for a review key. And I actually had to DM him through Reddit. And then it took him 3 weeks to respond. The game had already been out for a week. And he goes, "Hey, you want me to send you keys? I just saw your message." And I said, "Nah, dude, I'm probably good. You're probably going to send me keys and I'll never get around to actually read." And he was like, "That's totally fair." And I was like, "All right, end of story." Miles played it, said it was bad.
Colin Loves is on Les Mills now. And
he's getting caught up. We better hurry up.
And his comment is interesting. Didn't that Les Mills? Anyways, okay. Yep. Didn't play Forest Farm either. Don't know. We are on the last page, Brian. And then we're going to do a recap.
A recap? What?
Walkabout Mini Golf Venice. Worth buying? Did you play
Venice is great.
Okay, cool.
Venice is a good one.
Thumbs up.
Stuff.
Mecha Party is $9.99 or save 20% more. No.
I to be determined. I'm going to say to be determined.
No.
To be determined. Me and
okay, it is your show.
Me and Tatum are gonna find out, and then we'll get back to you.
It's Brian's show today, so Mecha Party's to be determined. I'm not going to touch
Pop
it.
and Tatum are all going to jump in, and we're going to figure that out for you.
Just going to thank you in advance for your sacrifice.
Right.
Maybe it'll be good. Who knows? But you're going to have to.
It looks good in the headset. Did you ever try it? It looks really clean and clear in the headset.
Oh.
Nice frame rate, nice resolution. Looks shockingly good for whatever it is.
Dyschronia Chronos alternate bundle. No. Thumbs down. The Last Worker. That's one that I need to play. $6.99. $4.99 with PlayStation Plus. I have zero interest in this game, but I have heard a couple people say it's pretty good, or that it's okay. Maybe
it was okay. I gave it like a 6.5 out of 10 at launch. There were some things that weren't well explained, and a lot of drawn out story segments where you just sit there and watch people talk. But I do think that if they fix some of the things I was complaining about, the $6 or $7 price tag is decent. I think it's a good experience overall.
Okay.
Yeah. But I would just buy Arcade Paradise VR and The Last Worker together for $13.74.
Oh, Arcade Paradise and The Last Worker for $13.74.
I love Arcade Paradise VR.
With PlayStation Plus, you get it for $11.24.
Even better. That's do that.
It's a good price. Okay. Yeah, I'll give a thumbs up to that. Okay, these are a lot of bundles.
Dig VR bundle with The Last Worker. I wish they bundled Dig VR and Arcade Paradise, and we could dig some of this other stuff.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Dyschronia games, no. That which brings us to the last. We've made it to the end. Dude, all of these Synth Riders packs are on sale. Okay. Dude. Yes. Just
they're 20% off or 25% total with Plus. These are not massive discounts. Is there not like one big
I'm
bundle
trying to
where you get everything?
That's what I'm trying to see. Is there? Let's see if Let me see if I can find like the thing. Where's Synth Riders? Yeah, is the game itself not on sale? Let's see. Oh my gosh. Synth Riders is not on sale. It's $24.99. This would be a perfect time for this game to be on sale. It usually goes on sale for pretty cheap. And with that, I bet you they're kicking themselves a little bit. But if you have, oh God, geez, the complete music collection is $129.99.
Yeah.
Woof. It's just they've got just so much. Like it's a lot of it's good, but there's just so much of it. It adds up now. Synthetic Lover.
Buy the ones that sound most interesting to you. It's impossible to recommend these music packs to everybody, right? It's like music's so subjective. Look through, figure out the ones you want. The end.
Brian, I think I found the perfect game for you. It's called Synthetic Lover, PS4 and PS5.
I mean, that is my dream.
This looks like your. I think I found your dream game, man.
Synthetic Lover.
Oh yeah.
Synthetic Lover VR.
No.
Ooh, I am so down.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Blood, nudity, sexual content, strong language, use of alcohol, violence. What more could you want?
Oh my goodness. Okay, so as far as what happened here? As far as the Synth Riders packs, you got to get the stuff with the experiences. I know Brian and I are kind of split on this, but I think the experiences are the best part of Synth Riders. Along with there's a good soundtrack with it. Oh man, I'd have to go through like each and every one of these to see what all the music is. I guess since music is kind of subjective, I would grab some of these music packs, maybe one or two at least, and just look for like what music you're into and go for that. But also make sure that it has an experience in it. One of my recommendations is actually Caravan Palace. That's a pretty good one. It's a good experience. That's pretty good. But yeah, you're kind of on your own on this one, unfortunately, because I don't know. Everybody likes different types of music. Twitcher has said over and over how much he hates Synth Riders, which is fine. I don't think the gameplay is as fun as Beat Saber, but the experiences are really cool. The haptics feel great. The graphics are good. The music selection is pretty good. So yeah, it's got a lot of good things going for it. So Brian, we have made it, my friend. So let's recap real quick. The biggest picks from this sale.
Ghost Signal, Hellsweeper, Paradise, Propagation Paradise Lost. What's the name of it?
Paradise Hotel.
Yeah. Those are my three.
Well, obviously you got to have Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil Village. Must-haves. I would throw Alien in there. Alien for $20 is great. Paint the Town Red is pretty cool. Vampire Masquerade Justice for that cheap is really good. I'm still keeping Hellsweeper VR as my golden buzzer. If I were to recommend one game, if you could only pick one game. Now, granted, you gotta have your VR legs. Also helps if you have somebody to play with. It'll make it better. But because I've been craving to play Hellsweeper so bad, that's gonna get my strongest pick from this sale. Because yeah, I really want to play it again. Also VR Skater at that price. VR Skater is really good. These are more like advanced games though. Like you got to have good coordination and take a little practice. Ghost Signal, definitely. Hellsweeper, Vampire Masquerade Justice. What did I just say a moment ago? Fuck.
Ghost Signal, Propagation, and VR Skater. I think those are my big three. The Resident Evils are a no-brainer. Like you should have those already.
Yeah.
Don't, then get them now. But yeah, looking for like some of the deeper cuts in this sale. That's what we're doing here. Like,
Yeah.
these are games that people don't talk about nearly as much as they should. Great games though.
Yeah. I do like Ghost Signal, Hellsweeper. Fuck. I keep forgetting the ones. Masternoid's a good one. Why does this keep going back to the non-flat? Or what keeps going back to flat? It's messing up my ability, my run through here. Okay, one more time. I'm gonna attempt this. Okay, yeah, Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil Village, easy pick. Ghost of Tabor, maybe. Most people probably already have that anyways if they were gonna get it. Alien Rogue Incursion, I love, especially if you're a big Aliens fan. Vampire Masquerade Justice, fantastic price for that. Let's see here. Oh, it keeps getting rid of the damn filter.
Yeah, I hate the PlayStation Store so
much. Oh gosh, the store is such trash. Can't even watch like videos and stuff on it, which is sad too.
Not even any screenshots on it. How crazy is that?
Yeah, it's all screwed up now. So I don't even. You're just gonna have to watch the whole hour and a half again. Let's see here. Maybe I can skim through some of these and find Masternoid, Ghost Signal, which I've said like 5 times. I feel like, and maybe grab yourself a Synth Riders pack, Hellsweeper. Yep, those are the big ones. Well, guys, that is it for tonight. Wow, that was the longest interactive chat episode. But going through the sale, they usually end up doing that. Bryan, I really appreciate your time, man. And thank you so much for being here, being the inaugural first guest and probably the last on interactive chat, because this is a solo man podcast, typically. But yeah, man, thank you for being here. What are you getting into tonight?
Pika pika. Well, apparently, synthetic lover. In the year 2066, biologically engineered humanoids make up the large percentage of the workforce. The protagonist of synthetic lover is one humanoid, and like the rest of his colleagues, he lives to serve a single purpose. I'm so down.
You're finally getting some bullet points.
Oh no, we can get down to the bullet points. Explore a visual novel with a vivid futuristic setting. Make critical decisions leading to 7 possible endings. All sexy. I added the all sexy. Anyway, yeah, AJ, it was fun. Thanks for having me. You spend upwards of 2 hours, if not more, with me a week on Without Parole. So, if you ever want me back, then Colin Loves is up to the vampire games. That's good.
nice. We need a Colin check.
Yep. Yeah. Anytime you ever more often.
For sure, man. Usually at the end of the show, I usually open it up to the chat and we just talk and shoot the shit for a little bit before we get out here. But it's already been 2 hours and almost 40 minutes. So it is time to get out of here. But thank you so much, man. We'll see you tomorrow on Gamescast. And yeah, man, thank you guys so much. Again, once again, thank you to everybody who came out here, hung out, shot the shit, had a good time. Appreciate everybody who goes here to patreon.com/PSVR Underground. I will have some more giveaways and a couple more special write-ups here very, very soon for you guys to look forward to. And yeah, man, thanks to everybody who's in the chat hanging out. Colin Loves, especially, who's sticking with it even though he's far behind. But yeah, I really appreciate you. Thank you, Sal, and
everybody who sits back, watches the show, doesn't say a goddamn word. We know you're out there. We love you just as much.
Not cue the motherfucking cat, Bryan. No, actually, we get out of here. What we do here, Bryan, is we get out of here with some metal music, and I do cue the cat. I say, Salvador, thank you so much, Awesome Tatum. Wait, no, you cue the cat. Can you cue the cat?
I don't think I have buttons for that on your show. You've given me no control.
No, I've cued it. You have to do the read the names.
Oh, what's up, Brandon Toxic? Finally back to VR Gamecast. Salvador, Awesome Tatum, Corey Reviews, who's very happy that I'm here, by the way. Got the PSVR Gamecast 4 Black Dish Track Head. We got Chrome, Colossus, Silver Nexus, Aaron Holmes. We got Colin. Kevin Russ, Darkwing Chuck. How do you remember which ones you haven't said already? And that's everybody. Oh, Jay, the Phobia and Render Gamecast. Blue, the Underground Game Cat, Game Squad, in the house, Postworm, the Game Cat,
Not bad.
Ace Film VR. Awesome Tatum. Loot reviews. I think Loot's been gone for a while. That's all I got. That's all I got. A lot of repeats.
Okay.
My bad.
I must say, I'm impressed. That was pretty good.
Yeah, I do what I can.
All right, guys. Have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow on Gamescast. On Real Gamescast Live.